Freaks, geeks, and wrestling fans, welcome to LTWLive. This is the first episode of a weekly talk show, podcast, Google Hangout, whatever the hell you want to call it, where me and some friends sit down, talk about wrestling, recap Raw, anything else wrestling related, and pretty much anything else we want to freaking talk about. So welcome guys to the first episode of LTWLive. Oh yeah, this stands for Let's Talk Wrestling, because I got that other show, but we're just gonna call it LTWLive to keep them two different. But yeah, we got this. What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
How's it going on, man?
Chilling. You know how it is. Watching wrestling and all that shit.
I gotta say, I like Undertaker with the fucking white goatee better.
I do too. Me and John tweeted about that. It would have been cool if we kept that, but they had that one dude that came in WWE a while back that was like Mordecai or something, who looked like the white Undertaker. Yeah, so that probably would have reminded people of him too. So can't necessarily do that.
How's your take? Oh, go ahead.
Real quick before we go off into talking about wrestling and everything, I want to talk about Team Justice. Yes, we have left. Most of your knifers are gone. To put it plain and simple, there was not enough support on our side. Me being a leader, I couldn't even get in contact with some of the higher ups to get a couple things done, especially after Mike left. Like there was no shit, And that's pretty much it, bro. And no, I'm not joining no other team. The only reason why I was staying in Justice a while back was to help out the guys, and pretty much everybody was looking for a way to leave anyway. And yeah, just a bunch of bullshit. So we're done with that. Nothing else really needs to be said. So yeah, whatever.
We'll use a term from Inside Eddie. Moving on. See, I get to use it on 2 podcasts tonight.
There you go.
Snap.
Yeah. I shit you not.
Oh, man.
Tweet it out the link real quick.
Well, since we're talking about The Undertaker, I gotta say, that was just the epitome of an old school wrestling promo at the end there. That's just the way That's the way it should be. Undertaker comes out, doesn't say anything, stabs Lesnar in the hand with a pen, choke slams him through the table. Perfect.
That's like when he came back for like the first Triple H or whatever match, like they both came out and didn't say nothing at all. It's like goosebumps, man. Goosebumps.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Well, I like the way that they had. I don't know if I like the way that they had it though. I'm on the fence about the way they kind of had Lesnar kind of backing up like he's scared. Like
kind of intimidated of the dead man. Well, they've had plenty of feuds already. They've been in matches like Hell in a Cells and all that stuff.
Yeah. Now the real prediction: will Lesnar be the one that ends it?
No.
I'll be the heel and say yeah. Why not? Now, I love Undertaker. I've always been a Brock Lesnar fan, but like in all honesty, like if Triple H didn't end it, then nobody really should. That's kind of my opinion, just because they were from the same era, really, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let him, beat the streak at all, because that's gonna be the one key thing for when Undertaker goes into the Hall of Fame, that he's gonna have, the streak.
I think the only way the streak would be fucking beaten is if it was like a passing of the torch, but I don't see that happening.
No, I was listening to one of Stone Cold's podcasts, and he was talking about it, and even he says, he's like, I'm not watching a match where Undertaker loses. If he goes something and won, I don't want to see that. And he said, too, you think about it, dude, the guy's in the back, right? Like, it won't be an up-and-comer, because that's a little kind of black mark on your
see, that's what I said a while back. It's not like somebody new. Yeah. Like, even CM Punk, even though he's not necessarily new, he was still too new, I think, for him to win last year.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing about him being gone, because I saw a couple of comments out there, is like, you don't even realize, it's like, yeah, he's only 35, he's got a few years left, but he's already been doing it 20 years pretty much full-time. The whole time, in a backyard fucking.
I say, wait before he was in WWF, he was doing his shit. You can go look on YouTube and catch some of his old stuff before then.
Well, I like watching his documentary where it's like, yeah, we built a ring in a yard and people come watch it, so we started charging him money.
Yeah. Yep. And what's really interesting, what's really interesting is the fact that once he walked out from Monday Night Raw, you haven't heard a single word from him. He hasn't even done anything on his Twitter at all.
The only thing he did,
he's on Twitter.
That's WWE's doing, Dan, of course.
Yeah. Well, WWE unfollowed him and pulled the CM Punk doc off of Netflix, and I was pissed off because that was the day before I hooked up American Netflix and would have been able to watch it. I mean, I still watched it, but it wasn't on Netflix.
Other ways of doing this.
By the way, Palpatine said, "Oh my God, the lower thirds look amazing."
I think I'm gonna have to take a drink of blue stuff to the guy who created them.
Yeah,
big props to Palpatine for our lower thirds.
Yeah, he did a fucking phenomenal job.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he came on my podcast, and right off the bat, like, we were cracking jokes. I think it was something about, like, somebody fucking someone in the ass or some shit like that, and he's like, "It looks amazing." Like, his timing was impeccable. I was like,
Okay, so
we started on Raw today. Hold on, what? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let me go off of that.
Let's go. As I said, let's go Elimination Chamber.
There was one really standout match on that card. I think y'all can probably name that one.
Yeah, it was the Elimination Chamber itself, right?
No, it was that chick match.
Divas match.
AJ Lee. And
AJ and Cameron. Sure. Yeah.
Although I gotta say this about the other Funky Doctor, the one that's hurt. That move of hers, the rear view, I would stand in line to get that move. Where do I pay money to get that?
Yeah, definitely Wyatts and Shield match. That was the top match right there.
I kind of like half missed the first pay-per-view because that's when me and Fig and Hate were recording that other stuff because that was the only time we could record it. But like I had to play in the background.
It's Gamerhead Talk Show Episode 1. Go check it out. You got to promo all your shit.
Gamehead Episode 1. Yeah, go check that shit out.
After you're done watching this, then go watch that.
I know I am because I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Dude, it's I will say, dude, it's pretty fucking bomb, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man,
we're going to plan on doing it probably, if not every week, then every other week. Like, that way we can give, like, a week or so for more news and shit to hit and more of our, whatever.
And who's all in it?
For now, it's just me, Fig. How do you say his name officially?
Fig
Coing.
Like, I asked him that during the show, too. But, yeah, me, Fig, and fucking Limitless Hate at the moment. We probably have some different people here and there to get their opinions. But it's just a game show. I mean, a game talk show. We're just talking about news and, whatnot. Yeah, go check it out. It's uploaded right now.
Did you say news or nudes?
Yes.
You just have to go watch the episode to check that out. Now, will you?
Tune in to find out.
Yeah. So, getting back to the Shield versus the Wyatts match, the part that, because for me,
I gotta rewatch that.
Yeah, I actually rewatched it last night because the way the pay-per-views work is it automatically records, so I threw it back on and for me, a match has to have that one jaw-dropping moment where something you didn't expect to happen happens, right? Yeah. And when Rowan goes flying over the top rope at, I think it was, I can't remember who he was.
It was Rollins. No, it wasn't Rollins. I think it was, he did it to, it was Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but this 300-pound clumsy dude all of a sudden is flying over the top rope. I'm like, oh! Yeah, but no, that whole match, that whole story they told, that was brilliant, I thought. Especially since it's like, the Shield, or at least parts of it, are going to turn face eventually. But I kind of like the slow build,
see hints of them breaking up too, though. So, like you see hints of that going to happen.
And I like the way that they fast forward to the end of Raw because it continues the story, right? When they made Ambrose wait until the last possible second to show up, I like that because you're sitting there going, He's not going to show up. It's official. They're going to break up the Oh, there he is. No, they're not breaking him up.
Yeah.
You got me, Mr. McMahon.
You notice that too. He's also the one that made Rollins lose the match or whatever because of the DQ.
Yeah.
Too. So yeah.
Well, exactly. It's
There's
like,
little hints of it
everything's
here and there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, everything's fine. Oh, some shit just went down again.
Yeah. I'm seeing somewhere down the line, a Reigns and Ambrose match and the U.S. title being involved.
Yeah. When Ambrose fought Henry for the America title there, the USA title, I thought that was when him and Reigns were gonna, have a friendly battle that went too far or something. But I don't know. Sometimes I like to keep guessing. Sometimes I like to know what's gonna happen. I don't know how to say it. Like, although Daniel Bryan, I know I'm jumping around. Tell me if I'm jumping too fast. Tell me to shut up if I have to shut up, because as Smasher, you will have to eventually say it.
Shut the fuck up. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I mean, how many times is WWE going to screw Daniel Bryan out of the title? They know that's
I
what
hope they
everybody
do it
wants.
forever.
Beat a heel.
Well, not forever, but like as long as they can keep thinking of a new and interesting way to do it, keep doing it. Because if you give him the title and let him keep it for too long, you got the John Cena syndrome, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Everybody liked him, and then he became the man, and then people don't like him again.
They should at least give him a taste, though, or give the fans a taste. Like, let him win it, then fuck him over again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like let him win it, and no, they did let him keep it a whole night once before they took it away Monday.
Oh, God.
But yeah, give him a whole month, eh?
Hey, you can tell who's Canadian in this.
Yeah. Canada up in this bitch.
I like it too because he comes out and he says, "Yeah." So Bryan says that we're giving you what you want, and Triple H versus. No, that's not what we wanted.
No, because that's Punk's match. Like the thing I don't like about Daniel Bryan's storyline, even though I think he stepped into the role well considering what they gave him, but they literally just Punk left, erase, and they're like, we better rewrite the script. Erase CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. That's all they've done with the script. You know what I mean?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but
we need to go back to Elimination Chamber, bro. Like we jumping ahead to Raw. We haven't even talked about the main event.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're like, I thought the match was good for itself. Of course, the ending though, everybody hated. And when they panned the crowd and you saw all the crowd's faces, that was funny. Shit.
Priceless. I saw that. And my wife's like, look at all those disappointed people. I'm like, yeah, they just won. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, look at how emotionally invested these people are. And the setup, that gimmick, because I tweeted before the match, I'm like, Kane's got to fuck this up, but they got to have an interesting way to do it. And then all of a sudden the Wyatts are in the cage.
Yeah.
And then
Bryan's
Kane
the one
comes
who
out.
attacked Kane first.
Yeah. And then Kane comes out, and I'm like, that's good, because the only reason the Wyatts were there was to give Kane a way in.
Yeah, man.
But I saw that one tweet.
Gotta take the Super Cena out, man. It's gotta be or whatever.
Elimination Chamber, where 6 men walk in and 10 men walk out. But no, I actually thought that match was good.
Man, I thought it was good too. It's just everybody basically hated the indie, but like you said, it shows that they were invested in it. I would have liked to just seen something out the blue and be like, blah, Cesaro wins. But like I tweeted out, Cesaro will be a bigger star than he is right now.
Cesaro
is not his time.
Yes, he will.
And I've been saying that for a while. Like, watching him on NXT, watching him
before then on Ring of Honor and shit.
Yeah, once they found the gimmick that works for him, which is the Real Americans, and it's perfect because, what is he, Swiss?
Yeah, I think, because he had a Swiss uppercut or whatever.
He's Swiss. He immigrated properly, right? Because did you listen to Stone Cold and Dutch talk, Zeb, whatever the hell you want to call him?
Yeah, for the most part. I don't always anime and stuff during that time, but I did listen.
Yeah. Well, what I find hilarious is that, a lot of people think that his gimmick is a gimmick, but he's like, there's a lot of truth in what I'm speaking. I'm like, oh shit, he is one of those for real. I mean, of course, he's gonna put it out there as brutally as he can to make it, to be the heel, right?
Yeah.
And you listen to some of the heel shit he did back in the day. Woo! In Puerto Rico. Oh.
Yeah, at the same time, though, I see them breaking up just so he can be on the singles again and go for that, be a more established star.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because the one thing Dutch said that, or I guess I should say Zeb, so people know
Dutch,
who I'm talking about.
Zeb
Right?
Coulter. Yeah, exactly. Dutch Mantel's twin brother.
Yeah, Uncle Zeb.
Yeah.
But the one thing, like Stone Cold asked him point blank, are they planning on breaking them up? And he says, not anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, which is good, because they're tag team
eventually going to have to happen. Though.
Oh, it has to happen.
It's tag division sucks.
Yeah.
But they're not even really doing a real Americans tag matches though at the moment, or have they been?
Yeah, no, the tag division is dead, and the reason it's dead is because of, if you have 3 hours worth of live TV to fill, and you've got X amount of superstars, what they do, and it pisses me off on a regular basis, is they'll put like 6-8 tag team matches, like 6 8-man tag team matches at the end, which I think would be better on SmackDown, where you only have 2 hours to fill, because there's not enough in the locker room, I think, to make a 2.5-hour show and then that match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not right now, anyway. Not right now. I know I'm jumping around here. Somebody told me to shut up.
Bro. That's what we're here to do, just bitch and bullshit about wrestling. It's not we ain't got to go in order or anything like that, really, bro.
The thing about Elimination Chamber, and I kind of want your thoughts on it, is you had this impossible match to follow with the Wyatts and the Shield. Like, I just about turned it off, because I'm like, whatever. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, yeah, fuck, Batista still has to fight.
Yeah, I like it. They hate Batista so much.
Batista.
They're making the heel Del Rio. They was chanting for Del Rio. Of course, every other chant during that match from like Y2J or Lesnar.
Man, if you want somebody right now in WWE, if you want a heel to turn face, put him against Batista.
Well, you heard what he said earlier when he was in the ring. It's like, if the fans cheer me, I'll cheer them back. If the fans boo me, I'll boo them back. And supposedly he's going to be on SmackDown to speak his mind, but I don't really watch SmackDown. I haven't watched it in years, to be honest.
No, I read the spoilers
is
about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, WWE's channel is actually pretty good about showing you the highlights and the good highlights. Like, here's what happened. Here you go, little 4 or 5 minute videos. And they put up some good matches here and there too. A lot of good content.
Yeah.
Like that,
well, before they announced WWE Network, remember when they were putting up like just a shit ton of like full-length pay-per-view matches?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool, but
they were censored too.
Yeah, I read that. It's like they're eliminating chair shots, so it's like WWE Network. Should we just dive into that?
Oh yeah, it's uncensored except for like because I was reading all the scoops. I didn't go look for this, but like certain events, like the event where the cat, if y'all remember the cat from WWF, where she like showed her tits or whatever, like that's blurred out. When Jacqueline's tits got showed on TV, that's blurred out. I'm pretty sure Mae Young's tits are blurred out too.
Oh, please, please.
Crispin was there. Crispin was there, Over the Edge is there, but they're supposedly they edit it so tastefully that if you didn't know something happened at the Over Edge, the pay-per-view, that of course there's still disclaimers at the beginning of them, but blood and everything, chair shots. Because I was watching ECW Heatwave 2000 earlier, and it was ECW. Of course, now some of the original ECW music can't be on there because they never owned the rights to Enter the Sandman and stuff like that. So there is redub music over some of the entrances, but Other than that, I'm liking it. I got in about it was about 7 o'clock, like before it actually officially like opened up. Like you can go ahead and sign up at 7:30, and I got in there and everything started working for me. And I was watching ECW Heatwave, but after the majority of people started trying to sign up at 8 or 9, whatever time zone, blah blah. Yeah, it started crashing. There was plenty of reports, but since I got in there early, it worked for me, and it's been working for me fine.
Well, I haven't had a chance to try yet, because as you know, up here in Canada, we gotta, find Bass Ackwards' way of doing it.
Hey man, I've heard people are doing that, but still, that's on y'all if y'all like, because WWE might find ways to cancel out what other people are doing to get it.
Yeah, because I retweeted this morning that somebody said, yeah, dude, I got WWE Network on my Apple TV, works fine, didn't even ask me, right? And then all of a sudden, a few hours later, I see the tweet, is Apple TV still working for you guys? Because I've heard a lot of stories about it not working anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So you're pretty much running at your own risk if you want to spend, money to try to do it. Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing about the WWE Network and the Xbox One, the ultimate all-in-one gaming system that all entertainment will go through. It's like WWE Network is available on the PS3, the PS4, the Xbox 360, and your iPad. I'm like, whoa, you missed one. You missed one there. My $500 box here that can get anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Why is
he
there eventually?
You know, like fuck.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, it's working fine on my end. There's some I'm guessing they're gonna upload more stuff as it comes, but at the moment, I can find WCW pay-per-views and all that shit. But I can't find WCW Monday Nitro episodes really, and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And certain ECW shows like Hardcore TV is uploaded. Now pretty much all the pay-per-views are around. There are a few that are missing, just a couple, but. As far as all the Monday Night Wars and all that stuff at ECW TV, that's not really up. That's what I was looking through, or maybe I'm just wrong and tripping balls. Who knows?
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you gonna get it, Cobb?
Oh yeah, I already got it.
Yeah. You tell me how to afford a thing.
Yeah, America.
Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't you sign up late, a little later, and it was giving you problems?
Yeah, well, I went on and signed up, and they were doing the free trial, so I just, created an account, and got on there, and no matter what video I clicked on, it would say media error, video not available.
Yeah.
And then I was following WWE Network on Twitter, and they had finally posted, by the time I got it, it was already 2 hours old, that the company, the third-party company that they're using to do the subscriptions,
whatever it was.
was now processing subscriptions. I went back in and I was still getting the error. I ended up having to go through and actually sign up with the credit card and everything to get everything to work.
Yeah. Well, I put in my credit card information, but I still got the 1 week trial because I plan on paying for it. At least plan on doing the first 6 month commitment. And we'll go from there.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna. I didn't hit the auto renew, so we're definitely gonna do the first 6 months and go from there. But I already had if they had WWE on demand, on cable and stuff like that already. At one point, we had it down here. I did have that on my TV, and it was $10 a month, and really it was way less content than what the network has. So I was satisfied for the moment. Yeah.
No, yeah. In the comment section here, we got somebody brought up, and we haven't talked about it yet. What did you think of the return of Hulk Hogan?
Well, yeah, we was about to get that too as soon as we got over Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
But yeah. All right, so. Some of my first memories of watching wrestling way back as a young itty bitty Indian Native American.
I love how you correct yourself.
I gotta correct myself.
What the fuck am I?
I don't know anymore, man.
I gotta be politically correct for myself.
It's okay if I say it, but if anybody else says it,
okay. Okay.
I've always been, I was always a Hogan maniac way back when, and watching him through WWF and WCW. I even loved him on TNA, even though that wasn't where he needed to be, and he didn't really contribute none. I love seeing him back on WWE television. That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and he comes out and he's just the old, I was paranoid for a second that they might actually, because there's going to be a power struggle storyline coming up. I was paranoid that they were going to bring out Hollywood Hogan.
No, thank God they didn't.
You know what I mean? It's
really.
Hey, that was a good era. It was fun while it lasted, and then it went downhill, and fuck it, it's over. You don't enjoy that moment, but Hulk Hogan, the 30 years of Hulk Hogan, that's just one little blip on the radar, right?
Now, because we were doing the Monday Massacre, I didn't get to catch the part where Hogan was coming out at the beginning. Did they play Real American, or did they do his Jimi Hendrix music?
Real American.
Real American?
He came out and he did probably pretty much exactly what you think. He came out, did his poses, what you gonna do, brother, blah, blah, and what you gonna do when I'm the host of WrestleMania 30 and WrestleMania 30.
Oh, good.
1 mile on you.
And then when he meant to say WWE Network and it came out WWE Universe. The release of the WWE Universe, brother. And I'm like, oh shit.
It's kind of over. I love him though, bro. I love all that stuff. Bro. That's Hogan. I come from that era. Just yeah, man.
Well, one of my favorite wrestling memories is actually when it's the only WrestleMania or pay-per-view or anything I watched in a bar, and that was the one where Rock and Hogan fought.
Oh,
and I
crowd.
loved that match. I loved the promos leading up to it, man. It was a beer drinking fucking good time. Let me tell you.
That's what the crowd loved that match too, and they was like they wanted, even though he was like Hollywood Hogan going into that, coming out of it he was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Oh shit. My wife tweeted at me. She heard me say that I would stand in line for the rear view.
Oh shit!
And then she says she will smack me upside the head.
Now you gotta. The tweet your wife sent out earlier was, when you know you're gonna lose a conversation, when in doubt, play with your boobs. Just do that and see what she does.
She just run upstairs and
just be like. And she just goes, huh?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work for you, sweetheart.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Well, no, that's when you just start walking up playing with your balls. There you go.
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
Oh, and when they asked me why I got divorced, I could say it's Smasher's fault.
Apparently, I am the scapegoat for everybody.
Is Palpatine like he ain't being honest? What's the WWF? It's the World Wildlife Federation.
Yeah.
I have to say that was like the biggest bullshit move on their behalf to come in and sweep up. They're like, ooh, the copyright's over. We're gonna fucking or the trademark's over. We're gonna fucking snag it.
But he told me he watched like 10 years ago. Fuck you. You know what the WWF is, dude. Yes. I know.
It's all good. World Wildlife Fund was trying for years and years to try to get that WWF trademark.
And you know what's funny is because I used to see World Wildlife Foundation stuff all the time, right?
Yeah.
Ever since they won the copyright, I haven't heard fuck all from them.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's weird too watching the old stuff. When you watch it, are the turnbuckles still blurred out?
Supposedly they got like in like a thing where they can show the old WWF logo, but I can't tell you right now. I need to go on the network and check out.
Yeah, because I've seen stuff where it's blurred out. I've heard stuff where they're here in the WW, and it's censored, right? Like they're not allowed to say F or this or that or
yeah.
But I've seen other ones where it says WWF and it has the logo.
I go figure out quick, man. I go check live, man, on the network.
It's
all muted, man. We can't have the noise in the background. Copyrights. There we go. Go to rock.
I forgot to mute for the burp.
Oh yeah, man. You should have did that at least for the audience, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm the most unprofessional here.
We knew this, man.
Yeah,
gosh, what are we gonna do with him?
I don't know. This is why I can't run my own podcast anymore.
So I kind of got in late, so like I went back and rewatched the Hogan segment. Like, what happened after that exactly? Like,
I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. I kind of fast forwarded. I know. Didn't Alberto and Batista have another match? Or they came out and did something.
Yeah, file that one under who gives a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Del Rio Batista thing, and I think if they don't let Del Rio out of it, they're gonna lose him, and they're gonna lose Mysterio, and they're gonna lose a lot of reliable talent. I think
they need to figure something out because it's starting to get stale.
Yeah.
It's been stale for a while, sort of. Like of course, it's always got its up and down periods, and always will have. It's wrestling for you.
Yeah, I would say one match from last night that basically I felt that really didn't belong in a pay-per-view. It was just basically there as a filler. Was Titus O'Neil and Darren Young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recorded a lost episode of the White Trash Sports Desk last night.
What?
And that was like one match I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, Swagger and Langston. I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a good
that was actually a pretty good match.
That was good. Like, I think Swagger, Langston, and Cesaro. Well, here's the thing. I thought that was a good match, and that was young talent. I thought the Shield and Wyatts were, again, young talent. Like,
pretty much the best match. Of course, the match of the year thus far, because we only got almost 3 months to the year, so we can say that now.
Yeah. Well, my favorite match of the year is still CM Punk and Taker. I thought that was a great one.
Hey, no, that was last year, bro. I'm talking about since this year's beginning.
Oh, okay,
started.
okay,
man. My turn's a little bit different. Yeah, man, see?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Not a calendar year.
Yeah, man, nah.
Toss from the other Young should just left it on SmackDown and call it good.
Why did they break up that team anyway? Don't they need, like, a tag team?
See, that's the other thing, too. It's like, yeah, you've got tag teams that work well together. Those two worked well together. They wouldn't really catch any steam, but, you know, you had these tag teams that were actual tag teams with a name. And now it's like Cody Rhodes and Goldust are doing well, but call them the Brotherhood. You know, make the Brotherhood, you know. New Age Outlaws is an actual tag team.
Are the Rhodes brothers? It just officially called them that when they come out. Like actually put them as a tag.
Don't announce them individually. Because I know they were trying to get the hashtag Brotherhood going for a while.
I know Goldust tweeted out that don't expect me and Cody to break up and fight at WrestleMania 30. It's like, wait, why are you saying that then?
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, for some odd reason, a lot of people were saying, "Oh yeah, Goldust and Cody Rhodes, at WrestleMania." I was like, "Why?" There hasn't been any type of part of this.
If they was going to do that match, they should have had it. I think it was like a year or 2 years ago when Goldust was a surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble, and him and Cody kind of battled. They should have did it that year at that WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
And put Dusty Rhodes, baby, outside.
Yeah. Trying to do it this year just makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, here's what I don't get about the Rhodes brothers is 2 kickoff shows in a row. And then, like, last week on Raw, all they got to do was play with some toys. Like, they're better than that. Is one of them hurt, or what the fuck?
Cody did hurt his knee jumping off the cage, like, was it 2 or 3 weeks
ago?
Man.
I stand by my original tweet. That fucking moonsault, though.
He barely touched him. His knee barely caught the canvas, bro.
Yeah, I know.
It's spectacular to see, but you give it away on free on TV, and he hurts his knee at the same time.
Yeah, and they lose the match.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't even a winning technique. I'm just sitting there going like, wow.
All right, so you had the Usos and New Age Outlaws last night.
I was looking for Usos to come away with the championship belts. I didn't think they were going to keep them
I think they're going to. They're another slow build.
Yeah, their feud has only been like for 2 weeks now. Like they've been there like 2 or 3 weeks. Like build it up a little bit more. Like tonight they had the screw over. It wasn't really a screw over. They won just real fast. But like last night they got screwed over because they pulled the tights. So
Well,
so I'm thinking they're saving it to WrestleMania then.
Hey, I didn't mind that fast-ass match as long as it wasn't for the titles.
I didn't mind it either because, like, let's face it, the New Age Outlaws are old.
Yeah.
I'd rather see a quick match than a fumbly old man match because they can't do it 2 nights in a row anymore.
That wasn't even what I mean? That was a super kick and a splash.
I'm good enough.
As long as it wasn't for the titles, it's not a main event.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to build the storyline.
I got entertainment out of it. But speaking of storyline,
have a good-ass match at WrestleMania 6 weeks away.
Oh, yeah. But they've got this excellent opportunity because Triple H's friends, the New Age Outlaws, are the tag team champions. Triple H's old prodigies are in the main event, like a double heel main event. Like, what the fuck? And at this point, I would rather see Orton go face.
Like the Orton Batista storyline makes sense, but that's not what people want to see, unless
it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you built Orton.
I called that a while back. I was like, he was either going to go 2 ways. He was either going to be, because Batista already had the shot. It was either going to be Daniel Bryan and Batista, or Daniel Bryan and Triple H, or Orton and Batista, or Orton and Triple H.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan, his promo tonight he cut during the pre-show. Yeah. That needs to be his new T-shirt when he just storms up. I'll fight you right now. I'm like, yes.
I love you, Triple H, like Bryan, you and me at WrestleMania. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like you could
I'll fight you right now. I'll fight you at WrestleMania. I mean, when he comes out and Daniel Bryan, to get that one last little step over, he needs to quit fucking smiling.
Yeah.
You know, they fucked him over constantly. He needs to be pissed off. Like
don't be a heel, just be mean. Like be pissed at fucking be more. Yeah, I understand.
That little big match.
Like start bringing the no chant back.
Kane.
Like fucking Triple H says, she's like no, and whatever, man.
Well, like when he had like the whole Napoleon complex with when he was fighting Orton, because him and Orton had some good matches, and you know when he was still with Team Hell No, that character worked. It was this pissed off guy, and you could see him losing, and then all of a sudden the pissed off part of him comes out, and he's like, "No, I will not. I'll fight you right now." I love it. I want that. We need to get that everywhere so that WWE will not let a perfect line like that fade away. I would buy that T-shirt tonight.
Bro.
I'll fight you right now.
All right, since we're talking about him, we already know what happened last night, Elimination Chamber between him and Kane. What about the Kane and CM Punk match tonight? The wife beater Kane. Hold up.
Yeah.
He went all Ray Rice? Sorry.
I don't know about corporate Kane.
He don't look right wrestling in a suit and a wife beater. Or a suit pants and a wife beater, definitely.
Like, I mean, I get, like, the first time he came out in a suit, it was that jaw-dropping, like, what the fuck is this? So I get that, right? But if you're going to come out and wrestle, you know, either you weren't planning to wrestle so you're still wearing a suit, or wear one of them, like, Fila fucking tracksuits like the gangsters do on The Sopranos, you know? You know?
Yeah,
actually, that would be great. Him walking out with his fucking Adidas stripes. Purple velour.
Oh my god.
Oh,
damn it, man.
Yeah. But no, I think Kane still got it. I think he can
still
for
as old as he is, and as long as he's been in too, because he's been in there a lot longer than Isaac Yankem. He's been in there a lot younger than that.
Yeah,
of course, if y'all know old WWF, that's what he was, you know.
Yeah, he was an atom bomb.
Wasn't he like the Christmas monster before that at one point? And he's like a giant Christmas tree type thing. I don't know.
Wasn't he a dentist or some shit at one point?
That was the Isaac Yankem.
Yeah. Isaac Yankem.
Yeah, because Jerry Lawler brought him in. It was Jerry Lawler was his personal dentist or whatever. And then he was the fake Diesel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who was fake Undertaker?
That was Brian Lee from ECW.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because I remember I got to see that one when I was a kid.
I remember when I was a kid. That was awesome as shit.
Because you know that
there's two Undertakers.
Yeah, you know, because that's before you realize that it's a gimmick. You're just sitting there going, "Oh my shit!" Well, no, I guess you're a kid. You're saying, "Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, Mom! No, I can't tell Mom because I'm not allowed to watch wrestling." True story.
I did because I was seen my dad got me into that shit a long time ago.
Yeah, no, Mom wouldn't let me watch wrestling. So like the Saturday morning show that was on, I'd have to be real quiet. And like, literally, like watch it standing next to the TV, so that I could change the channel real quick, because there was no such thing as a remote, right?
Right.
And so as soon as I would hear like footsteps, I'd have to. But the one guy I remember from back then was this goon character called Atom Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, you know, again, little kid, you don't realize that he's just like, you know, working over some jobber. But I'm like, I saw him 2 different times and he just destroyed people. He's the toughest guy ever.
I think Atom Bomb was actually Wrath from WCW.
Yeah, it was.
Him?
Yeah.
Oh god, I looked it up before.
Remember Chronic from WCW? Yeah, that was. I think that was. Yeah. I know a lot about this shit, man. Too much. It's like bringing odd shit up like that. What was it saying before then? What was he talking about? Yeah, Daniel Bryan and Kane match. So what y'all think about that?
I only caught bits and pieces of it just because we were in the middle of the podcast.
Massacre,
yeah. So I really didn't I really didn't get to catch a whole lot of it. I DVR'd Raw, so I'll go back through and watch it again. But yeah, I mean, last night Elimination Chamber. As soon as I seen Kane come out, I knew
you knew exactly.
I knew exactly how it was going to end.
Everybody fucking knew.
Yeah, and then after the match was all over with, it was just quiet.
Yeah. Mick Foley tweeted out. And then Mick Foley tweeted out, if a picture says 1,000 words, here's my 5,000 word essay on what was wrong with the chamber or whatever. And it was 5 pictures of the audience.
Yeah.
I was like, that's some deep shit, Mick.
Yeah.
Oh no, man, I loved it because it was like the look on the American hockey team when we beat them. Yeah, I know you guys probably aren't hockey fans. It doesn't work.
We're not Canadian, eh?
Yeah, we're not Canadian, eh?
Yay.
Yeah, but no, man, they were definitely struggling with storyline as of like.
Someone said that maybe
the Royal Rumble
tonight, as far as like kind of an iffy Raw. Someone said maybe that Cena actually legitimately got hurt and that they had to change it on the fly.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I seen the. Oh, go ahead, Johnny.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I seen the tout of him being put into the ambulance. What exactly happened?
He was out there doing a promo or whatever, and the Shield attacked him basically.
Oh, okay.
Wyatts.
Well, my bad, Wyatts. Yeah, them two.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's just so used to like,
Yeah,
the Shield came out and attacked them.
Yeah,
It's
my
been
bad.
that way for the last year and a half, right?
Right.
But
Okay.
when
so
they
Wyatt's
show the
attacking.
replay, the way that he kind of struggled off and like tucked his legs under the rope as they were working the top half of him, and then like I don't know, most of the time you ever notice how people when it's like, oh fuck, I hurt my leg, and then they run across the ring at the guy.
Yeah.
Cena,
I hurt my shoulder.
Mind
to do a move with that shoulder.
yeah, mind you, Cena.
Work through the pain.
Cena's a lot better at selling this shit too, right?
Man.
But I mean, that limp when he was running, that looked pretty.
Well, I don't
legit.
know, man. Well, you think about this though. Also, remember fucking Triple H fucking tearing his quad the fuck off.
Yeah.
And still finished a match where his
Yeah.
surgeon was like,
How the fuck did you walk?
Yeah.
you should never, how did you walk, let alone finish a match?
He like
you
took
know,
the
yeah.
lion tamer on the table and did all kind of
Yeah. You know, it's
Most
fucked
of
up
that's
when your
adrenaline,
doctor's
though,
sitting,
too.
your doctor's sitting there going, I have to see this match.
Because I made Johnny fucking watch that documentary. I'm like, dude, fucking.
And I got to rewatch it because I fell asleep. And I'm pretty sure that I checked the time and I had 15 minutes left.
Oh.
And I fell asleep sometime after that. But
Dude, I'll tell you what, I actually, like, that gave me so much more respect for Triple H, seeing that.
Yeah.
Like, just
Solid.
seeing, because I'm not going to fucking lie, dude, I couldn't stand him for the longest time when he first fucking came in.
I was always a Triple H fan. I
hated him even more when he came
ballerina
back.
character. Like I didn't like him like that. Like
that was...
I didn't really like him like that. But ever since then, I've always been a Triple H fan. That's like the Triple H and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. That'll probably be a good match to watch. It probably would be awesome. But that's not what everybody wanted. But yes, definitely. Like I have no doubt that. Say now Orton and Batista, that can be a good match, but again, it's not what people want.
The story's not there though, and by that I mean the story's not there for it to be like everybody. A hockey game. Quick reference here. Your team's losing 5-0. You're out 5 minutes early because you want to beat traffic. I literally see the Orton, unless they leak something like, oh, Punk's going to fuck up the match, which I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They still have an official, actually, Vince McMahon did say, like, in an interview
Let's
or
just
something
say he's on a sabbatical.
Yeah, sabbatical, yeah.
Well, the only time that he's been seen in public, as far as I know,
was with AJ. And at
is,
UFC.
Yeah, that UFC thing. And he had, like, the hood up, and, like, they asked Dana White, oh, what'd you guys talk about? He's like, we just bullshitted. Like, no, we didn't talk
friends.
about,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's sports that do have respect for each other, and there are a few, like, rare few crossover people that can do both, right?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar and Ken Shamrock are the only two I could think of. But when
I always hated Ken Shamrock as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't forget, what was it? Fucking... Oh, there was the other fucking dude.
Dan DeBeef Severn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew he was talking about. Yeah.
That was the guy that
hold on,
fucked me
Tank
up.
Abbott. Tank Abbott was another
Tank
one.
He didn't really
Yes.
wrestle though. He just like knocked people out.
He didn't
But yeah, I
really
still
do
like him.
martial arts either.
I still like him because he
I
came
would
in
say-
there, he taking like 3 count, all 3 count,
Yeah.
knock him out.
I was gonna say, Batista tried his hand at MMA.
Didn't he have one match though?
Yeah, I
it
think
was like a
about one
bucket
match.
list thing.
Yeah. Like pretty much the reason why Brock Lesnar like stopped doing it is because he had that disease or whatever that messed with his stomach.
Oh, he got
Yeah.
fucked up. Yeah.
He got
Yeah,
pretty
well-
messed up after that.
That shit screwed him up so bad that he couldn't fucking hold weight,
Yeah.
let alone fucking train or anything of that sort. And
And like I heard
Dude.
some of them MMA fans came on like one of my videos and comments like, "Oh yeah, he could have just hanged." It's like, do you even know what happened, bro? It's like,
Dude,
nah, probably not.
I will
It's all
say
right.
this much, dude. Fucking Lesnar was a fucking man beast. I mean, when he was doing MMA,
Freak.
he.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's a freak enough as it is just by looking at his stature, for fuck's sakes. But then when he came into MMA, if he would have fucking worked just a little bit more, like when he first came in, he was so green. He was so used to wrestling. He was always trying to go into the fucking #1 position in fucking wrestling when you get the dude on the ground. But when he fucking started to hone his skills, dude, I'd never want to get punched by that dude in wrestling, let alone fucking
Yeah.
MMA, dude.
Well, who was the dude that he fought at, Frank something or other?
Frank Mir.
Yeah, and Frank Mir ran his mouth like he was doing old school wrestling promos.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the one promo Lesnar did, like, he said that? Good for him. And that whole match was just, it was just 300-pound Lesnar lying on top of Mir and punching him in the face.
Well, here's the
Could have
thing.
ended it, it was a round and a half of just punching him in the face,
When Lesnar
and he could have ended it anytime.
When Lesnar started, dude, here's another thing, man. They had to have custom-made gloves for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know you're too much of a fucking dude. He was a fucking animal.
Yeah.
When your fucking hands don't fit in the 3X gloves that they make.
Well, what
They
was
got-
the weight he, like, didn't he have to
Dude,
drop about 40
yeah.
pounds?
250 is how much 250 is what he was supposed to weigh. Anywhere from 250 to 265.
Yeah.
Still big as shit.
That's a
Yeah.
big motherfucker. I remember watching him fucking wrestle from Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
When he was in college, dude, it was like, holy shit, that's a big boy. And then when he started, actually, working on his physique and shit.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Well, that being said, too, the way his wrestling skills came in and Kurt Angle's skills when they had their match, it was just amazing because it was
Except for that
old
shooting
school
star
wrestling.
press.
Mhm.
And actually, if you want to see another match between these two, it's like on New Japan Pro Wrestling or whatever. When Brock Lesnar was over there, he was the champion. They have a Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar match. Probably that a lot of us Americans who haven't seen. Yeah, man. It was either New Japan, All Japan, one of them Japanese, but people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them. One of them.
Them
yeah.
Japanese ones, man. I swear, if you still want the, all the blading and the chair shots and the barbed wire that's not here, $5 is still over there.
The super
Oh.
death matches, yes. I
Oh,
watch them.
God.
I still watch them now, bro.
I remember the
There's
ICP
YouTube channels
video,
uploaded.
Stranglemania, brother.
Speaking of ICP, one of the ECW things I clicked on earlier to watch on network, it started off, it showed them talking about Rob Van Dam in the ring, and Rob Van Dam came out there and hit him with a chair and all this shit.
Yeah.
That was early ICP too, man.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
96.
I was thinking about them today, too. I mean, literally, if their rap career if they didn't get thrown off a label by Disney,
yeah.
I still say that
Yeah.
the only reason they're not wrestlers is their rap career took off. And it's they started both, and it's almost
I
like,
hear
okay,
you,
whichever
Smasher.
one hits first.
Hey,
You know?
real quick, while he's talking about Lesnar, Lucas Gordy, he said Lesnar versus Undertaker, it's a fight that will work. Both these are questions. I also said greetings from Brazil. Well, greetings from America and Canadian, eh?
Canada.
Canadian.
It's that
My
old, dude.
bad.
Yeah.
Canadian.
We got our Molson and our Timmy Hoves.
But yeah, Lesnar versus Undertaker. Yeah. Yes, it's a fight that will work. If you ever watched them two in the past, their Hell in a Cell match where supposedly Undertaker's hand was broken, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I always love Taker. I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think it's gonna be a good match, and I would it would be a shocking if Taker did lose, but no, he's not.
The thing that's going to happen in that match, and it's what made the all the Undertaker matches great, was you're gonna get so close.
No, yeah.
And at some point, they're going to have you doubting. They're going to have you thinking, oh, fuck, they're going to end the streak.
Yeah, I kind of doubt,
And
like, every match you say that, yeah, with Punk and both
Lesnar's
Triple
got to
H's
get
matches.
over this pussy shit, though. Like, when he was scared of Big Show and now he's scared of Undertaker, that's not going to work.
I can kind of see the Undertaker because, like, it's the dead man and he just came back, like, after a year of absence again. That's another thing of what makes the match badass, too, because he hasn't wrestled for a year. And you're like, oh, shit, you know, he still got it? But of course he's Taker, bro. I better believe he's been training for, like, the past 2-3 months already.
Man, anytime you see him, like, I think he's the type of guy who, if he doesn't got it anymore, and they say, hey, you coming back this year? It'd be like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? He just seems like that guy. It's like, if I can't put on a good match, I'm not coming back. That's what I think of him.
Well, and the other thing is, between Taker and Lesnar, is some people have probably forgotten the one UFC match that Lesnar fought. That
I remember that now that you mentioned it, yeah.
And Taker was in the audience, and Lesnar happened to walk by and looked at him, and he's like, "You want to go?"
Yeah. that was like yeah, exactly. When he was in UFC, that was a while back. I remember
and
that.
the reporter's like, "Well, what's that all about?"
And nothing has come about it since. Yeah. As soon as I figured out that like Lesnar was the last person on Raw, which we kind of already knew this was going to happen anyway, because I think we talked about who
I thought like I was watching the Wyatt or Bray and Roman match, and I'm just kind of like I thought this was going to be better.
Yeah, like I thought this whole Raw was going to be better. It's like, all right, you had the Hogan match, like I mean that moment, like that was good. And like it was like
yeah, like it's like maybe they're just tired from last night. And then it's like, okay, you got your ending, and I'm like, Raw can't be over yet. And then it's like Lesnar coming, and I'm like, oh yeah, Lesnar's still coming.
And he remembers like, oh yeah, it's like Taker needs an opponent at WrestleMania. And then once you figured out that Triple H, Bryan, Orton, and Batista are all taken up, who else is Lesnar going to face then?
Well, they've been talking about this one for a bit, going speculating.
Definitely.
Sorry,
because we talked about it on one of the other shows, our podcast, or on Twitter or something. It's like who you think would fight or fight him or whatever. It's like, because the last time you actually seen the Undertaker was he was power bombed by the Shield through table, out the table or something like that, or in the ring.
I love that clip too, because like right before the slam, they slam him, right? He's like, yeah, and then all of a sudden there's just this look of just sigh, and then they slam through the table. Like it was priceless, you know.
And then you might think, oh, is he gonna come back next week and get revenge, or next week? Nope, he's gone for a year.
Well, that's one of the funnest things about WWE is like when Ricardo Rodriguez got suspended there, eh? Well, he needs a reason to leave. So Del Rio kicked the shit out of him. Like anytime you're leaving, they're going to kick the shit out of you on the way out and say, oh, he was injured.
Yeah.
They're going to triple powerbomb you through a table, and we'll see you in 9 months.
See, there was I kind of thought maybe it could be one of the Shield members, but most likely it's going to be Brock Lesnar since he's got this, monthly to contract or whatever, pay-per-view contract where he only has to do so many days in pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But also another match that I think would be good. That'd be two characters, kind of cool to see. Bray Wyatt and Taker.
Yes.
I like them too, man.
Yeah. I hope Wyatt peaks early enough.
Husky Harris. He was chanting that during his match. Come on, we need to Who is he? He's the son of somebody famous, or their nephew or somebody famous.
Mike Rotundo.
Oh, yeah, there you go. IRS.
Rotundo.
Yeah, man.
Now, here's the thing, too, because his brother, Bo Dallas in NXT over there.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing that, too. Yeah.
I hope that Dallas gets his shit in gear, too, because
is
when
he the
comes
champ,
in,
though, right?
Yeah. He's
well, obviously they like him if they gave him that title.
So like when Bray Wyatt, it's like, oh, he's out of matches. What do we do now? Bring Dallas up.
Bro, let them two have a feud.
Yeah. I mean, you could see it too because they're, he could be the one who escaped the Wyatt cult or something. Like they could do it.
Like as a kid, like they tortured him and did all this because he was the little scrawny, geeky kid.
Yeah.
I did hear one of his promos. I heard one of his promos earlier on the little network live stream because they actually had a live channel and live shows play as you pick anything you want. And like, yeah, Bo was like, my Bo leavers. I was like, oh God, really? Is that what you're doing over here on Next?
Oh yeah, he's gotta work out.
I'm definitely
promos.
interested in watching Next. I heard a lot of good things about like a lot of good wrestling over there.
Well, he came up at the last Royal Rumble and then fought Barrett, wasn't it? Bad news, Barrett.
Honestly, I remember falling asleep during that last Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Bad news, Barrett. I think the best thing about him was
is he
when his
injured or
podium
something?
broke.
That's what I'm wondering. Is he
I
still
don't
injured?
know.
Because that gimmick is stupid as shit. Like,
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, yeah,
He
I
was
like-
supposed to be in this past Royal Rumble, and they gave up his spot for
But
Kevin
he hasn't
Nash.
wrestled. I haven't seen him wrestle in like a long time. But like, I remember hearing
I think it's
that.
been almost a year.
Bro, is he coming out and doing this
Yeah,
little gimmick thing? He's
I
done?
saw him doing like the last Royal Rumble, a few matches, and that was about it.
I always
I
been a big
haven't
Kevin Nash
seen,
fan, and when I seen him in the Royal Rumble, yeah, I popped too. I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I did too. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, oh my god! And my
It's
kid's
big
looking at me.
sexy.
I'm like, that's big sexy. And my 10-year-old daughter's just staring at me, going, Dad, you're married to a woman.
Jealous.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to look this up here, though.
Wait, look what.
Oh, I guess, okay, after a period of absence from the WWE television due to a legitimate work visa issue, he was repackaged as Bad News Barrett on the JBL and Cole show, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I seen that. 'Cause I've watched that shit.
You know what's awesome? When you forget your fucking mic is muted and you're fucking talking the whole entire time.
Thanks, Asher. Welcome to the show.
Well, it's good. It happened to somebody else.
Oh, wait, you was muted and you was talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you said that
he
backwards,
muted
like you
himself.
wasn't music. You was
No,
talking.
I was
yeah,
muted.
okay,
I muted myself because I didn't, want my fucking sliding glass door to be interrupting shit every time I'm coming in and out.
Yeah.
And thought that, it wasn't muted because I normally don't fucking do it if it's my podcast. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm saying something, I'm like, they haven't reacted to anything I just fucking said. I looked up and there's
Just
a fucking...
ignoring you.
And I'm like, I'm muted. God damn it.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not really paying attention to this. I keep on like reloading the comments and doing other things.
You don't even have to reload it, to be honest with you, dude.
Really?
It'll keep going.
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention. I'm new to this stuff, man. Usually.
No, yeah, because since you did it the way I told...
Nobody's using the hashtag.
You did it the way I told you to do
Of course
it,
not,
right?
man.
Like, you did it through YouTube and shit instead of going
Yeah, I
through
went to
Hangouts.
live events and start live events.
Because when you do it that way, your comments will just automatically fucking reload.
Actually,
First show, too. You gotta get people. We had some watchers and viewers, and people keep on going in and out, in and out. Oh snap! Shout out to your boy Pookie. Oh shit, you motherfucker! I know who that is too, saying that. Hey, you son of a bitch! I will rape your mother. Nah, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. If that's who I think it is. It's somebody I used to work with. We called him Lulu, and yeah, he's a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. What's up, bro?
Called Lulu.
Well, yeah, but during the job, he used to fuck with me and call me Pookie and all kind of different shit. Like, yeah. So that's kind of one way I know it's Lulu. Fuck doing say shit.
Yeah, Lulu and Pookie. Okay, gotcha.
It's okay. We always had Pookie and Ray Ray, man.
No,
bro. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Oh, son of a bitch. Finally, I'm starting to feel normal again. Had like a wave of fucking nausea out of fucking nowhere. It's why I like up and bolted the fuck out. Was like, whoop, snagged some fucking anti-nausea meds.
Was that like?
Do you have any anti-diarrhea meds? 'Cause I don't want to tell you my problems, but you know what's up.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of
I want to
them.
hear.
Dude,
Yeah, just FedEx those up here.
Johnny, let's put it this way. I'm on chemotherapy. Yes, I have anti-fucking diarrhea meds.
I don't know what my issue is, but anyway, moving on.
Meanwhile, back on the ranch.
Ooh, man.
What the hell was that?
We should take a second to mention that
You're
too,
watching
though. Eh?
Sunday.
Like you could comment in the comment section, but we're also monitoring the hashtag LTWLive on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you haven't switched over to Google Plus yet, like I didn't.
Man, I got a couple of emails from subscribers like, we don't comment on your video. I don't comment on your videos no more. It's because I refuse to use Google Hangout. I still watch your stuff. It's like, cool, bro. Good to know.
Yeah. So I mean, if there's anybody out there like that, I'll watch the hashtag if they want to chime in.
Yeah. We're also competing with like plenty of other way more popular wrestling YouTube personalities that do the same thing.
Yeah.
Which, it's whatever. This is more
Yeah.
for us for fun. It didn't like it will get uploaded automatically, won't it? Once I end it or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Once you end it, it'll automatically fucking upload. Well, it'll take like
Well,
probably,
yeah, I know. Yeah, like a couple hours or so. I usually
It's not
however
it's,
long.
Yeah, it depends on how long the video is. Like, I think we just got done doing, what was it, 8 to 11? So we did a 3-hour fucking podcast, so it'll probably...
You're at an hour right now.
Yeah, so, yeah, it'll take, like, 2 hours afterwards, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
As long as it's still uploaded, everybody can watch it there. And even if we don't, like, necessarily get a lot of viewers at this time of night, still, we're mainly just doing this to hang out, too, for us, chill and
Well,
stuff, too.
You know
I
what?
mean-
Here's the thing. You'll find out that a lot of people will come back and actually watch it later. Like,
Well, yeah, exactly. There's plenty of,
yeah.
like, I've already had people comment on, like, the other video, like, promos, like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to be there live because of, like, UK times and different things like that,
yeah, like, it's funny, like, with my podcasts and shit, like, I might get, like, 10 viewers at max, and then, and it'll have, like, 10 views, but then all of a sudden, like, 3 days later, I'm at 177 views. I'm like, what the fuck?
One of mine glitched out and got up to like 600. And I swear it was a glitch.
It's a glitch. Like, nobody
It was
watched
a
that
glitch,
much.
man. Nobody. Yeah, check my social blade. I can't make any money.
See, I've learned with mine is the second I mention cancer and anything, and people are like, ooh, we're going to watch.
Huh.
It's like the sympathy view, man.
Dude, I got sympathy subs, man. I went from, like,
That's horrible.
I'm serious.
You know what,
like, it sounds
you know what's
fucked up.
fucked up with the internet? Okay, so after certain YouTubers pass away, like what's his? Oh God, I forget his name right now. Ah, that's so horrible. I feel so bad. I'm ashamed for myself. God, he was somebody on the Jew Warrior. That was his name, Jew Warrior. Sadly, not too long ago, he committed suicide.
Yeah.
But what's weird about the internet community is now you get more subscribers now that you're dead.
Yeah.
Like what
Well,
the hell?
okay, well,
That's happened forever, though. I mean, like,
I
Michael
know, it just
Jackson
seems
sold
weird.
I was
out of
gonna say-
Amazon the day he died.
Yeah, I was
Well,
going
I
to say, here's the
understand
fucked up thing. Out of, like, all the celebrities out there, Michael Jackson in 2012 was the richest celebrity. He made the most revenue that year, and he was dead already.
This
Well,
messed up.
The day he died, I remember reading this. It was a fucked up story. I thought Amazon.com sold out of Michael Jackson merchandise. Amazon.com, a warehouse full of shit. And they sold it all. Like, what the fuck, eh?
Hey,
Yeah.
just for shits
Look,
and giggles, I should try to get Brian Heffernan on here.
who?
Or Brian Heffern, the Blue Meanie.
I'm about to say that's the Blue Meanie, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I could actually probably try to get him on this one time.
get him.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, trying to think. Were you there that one night, Cobe? That my buddy.
If Axel could get him like a laptop and a working desktop, he would probably join. But he can't. I tried to get him to join. Like I was talking to him on his little phone or whatever, but his phone wouldn't allow him to join into Google Hangout.
Remember my buddy Mike
Yeah.
that showed up the one time, Cobe?
Yeah.
When he was he had to hop from like one computer to another computer and ended up coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually like really good friends with him. Like when I was up in
nice.
Pennsylvania, my tattoo artist Johnny actually knows the Blue Meanie as well. Matt freaking tattooed him and shit.
Oh, nice.
That's
So-
actually at Heat Wave. It starts out with him as the blue guy when he was skinnier with Jasmine St. Clair.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's this is why, like, seeing all the shit for, like, Axel and them, dude, like, I'm getting hyped as hell, and I'm like, damn it, I don't live in Pennsylvania anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same
Yeah,
way.
it's March 1st. Yeah, March
Like,
1st.
I'm
Dude.
not even allowed in your country yet.
Well, dude, it sucks because I lived right by, like, we used to go to the ECW arena all the fucking time.
I mean, I make promos. I should get free tickets. I still
seeing-
wouldn't be able to make it out there,
And, like, seeing shit like that, it's like, man, I fucking miss that, because that shit was the fucking, oh, man, I love that shit.
Yeah, that's one of the first thing I clicked on when I got on the network was ECW.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I definitely loved it. Yeah, some of my favorite shit. And plus, I've always been more into that hardcore wrestling. I guess that's one of the reasons why I was like Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Like,
that was
Japanese
definitely...
death matches and stuff. Go
It's
ahead.
definitely interesting with Mick Foley because, I mean, he got himself a big fucking name, as Cactus Jack, and then left WCW, and then went to, like, low-budget wrestling.
Yeah.
He went to ECW and fucking stuck it out there for God knows how long, and then...
Yeah.
When you watch his documentary, and I love the tagline, he's like, my story is a happy story.
Mhm.
But, like,
Hey.
yeah, he was just like, kind of the same thing that Punk's doing. Is like, I don't like the way creative's going. I'm leaving. And that was it. He would go somewhere else. Like he was more
just taking a
concerned about his
vacation.
show. Yeah, he was more concerned about his show being proper than it was being on a bigger stage worth more money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey Lulu, my cat's in heat, bro. You want to come do something about that? Fucker.
Lulu's gonna become the unofficial butt of all jokes on this show, whether he comes back or not. Eh? Yeah, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Fuck you, Lulu. much love, brother.
Let's see if I get hate up in the chat, man. He needs to come over. I doubt it. He
nice.
probably just got off of work, knowing that motherfucker. He usually works nights. But yeah,
I wish.
to,
I love
wrestling.
working nights. Yeah, wrestling there.
Yeah, wrestling.
Well, that was the first thing I noticed when I switched to American Netflix was just how many more of those, I don't know if you call them documentaries or whatever, right?
So I watched most of them documentaries before I even saw them on Netflix.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I just watched the Road Warriors one the other day, like during my holiday, and then it gets to the part where they're going through the death of Hawk, and I'm just sitting there going, nobody look at me.
And that, it was horrible how they kind of played up that storyline where they actually made it when he came back, he supposedly was clean. They made it seem like he was on drugs. So that's gonna bring back memories and demons and shit to the guy, bro.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Well, and that's when they were that tag team's kind of cursed in a way because they're like, oh, we're gonna bring Draws in, and then later on,
we know what happened to Draws. That was with D'Lo Brown. He took a botched power bomb.
Yeah, he broke his neck, didn't he?
His neck or spinal cord. Yeah, he was paralyzed. He got paralyzed.
Yeah, man. He's
I remember that. I remember when they actually first interviewed him for coming in and shit like that, and his thing was he could puke on kids.
Yeah, you see it on behind the mat.
Yep.
He's gonna.
Oh my god, he's gonna puke.
He's like, this is awesome. Yeah, if nobody ever seen that, so that's a good documentary. But
Beyond the Mat, my favorite part of that
Jake the Snake shit's sad. But
Yeah.
okay, so real quick,
oh,
just mention him.
More Jake the Snake shit, right?
All right, so he's really good nowadays, right? He's been so good. He's cleaned up, but it's sad news because we just hear that he supposedly has cancer now.
Yeah,
he's getting
like that.
He's
so
going for emergency surgery. Tumors right behind his knee.
Yeah. But I love his statement.
Kill cancer, not people. I love seeing him here on Raw, but really his whole thing was trying to come back for the Royal Rumble for the past year. He's tweeting about that, and they didn't let him come in the Royal Rumble. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, I loved his statement where he's just like, I forget what he said. Cool story, bro, right?
Yeah, exactly. I always love his promos.
Awesome.
He never had to get loud. He just talked in that deep voice. He talked slowly and he got you to the point.
Well, he said he would not miss the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Oh yeah, well yeah, this is something big for him ever since he's cleaned up and everything.
Yeah.
After the Royal Rumble, he was like, my next goal is for the 2015 Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think even when I was a little kid, like I said, standing next to the TV waiting to change the channel, one of the things I remember too was the snake pit.
Oh yeah,
And it's like well, even when he came back and he put that snake on Ambrose, they ran with that for a
was
couple
Ambrose
of weeks.
kind of smiling with
Yeah,
that?
he
It looked like the
He
snake was tickling his face.
He's like, call for the man. He's cool.
Well, he was almost like you can almost see him. He's almost like, stop it.
He had a smile on his face, like I just got DDT'd by Jake the Snake.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you'd be doing the same shit too. You'd be all fucking trying not to smile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Snake on you too.
And I, for fun, I decided to look up what DDT stands for.
It's a rat killer.
Because I knew what DDT was, right?
Yeah.
I knew what the move was, but I'm like, I think it was the wife or the kid said, what does that stand for? I'm like, I don't know. And then I go look it up, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it gives a definition of what it is, and and it's like, and Jake the Snake, when they asked him what it was called, and he's given 20 different answers over the years.
Yeah.
And let's face it, his history and it
It is the best.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Yeah, man, well, he's kind of, did a lot of shit in his lifetime. Well, did a lot of wrestlers, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, you think about it, fucking the whole reason why Nash and them hooked up with fucking Triple H is because
Yeah.
he was a fucking DD,
sober
man.
one.
He was a sober one.
Yeah.
It was like, sweet, designated driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get even more fucked up while we travel.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man. I love that shit.
Well, I mean, you think about it, though, man, that lifestyle that they fucking live at that point, I mean, they're beating the shit out of themselves every fucking night.
Well, I mean, what's, like, you were on tour, what's the difference between doing music every night and wrestling, right?
It's like, I mean, besides getting the shit knocked out of them constantly,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's self-medication, to be honest with you. It sounds
Yeah.
fucked up, but I mean, sometimes you gotta fucking alleviate that stress of, everything, and
Yeah.
booze is a good fucking outlet. I mean, it's not the best thing to fucking do, but,
I always said alcohol and cigarettes are not a responsible way to deal with stress, but it's always worked for me. I'm
bro.
just saying. But,
I'm just laughing at other stuff, sorry.
Oh, man.
Oh,
So
man.
what else happened on Monday Night Raw? Yeah, people, so this is just not just a Raw recap. Like I said earlier, it could be from anything wrestling related to whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Cesaro and Langston fought.
Yeah, I definitely
talk
have high
about that?
hopes for Cesaro in the future. I don't think we actually talked about the match.
Now,
Again, that was kind of what I was like half-ass watching because kind of got in late.
well, you remember when, the move where Cesaro, he throws him up in the air?
Did you say A or A? Go ahead.
I don't know. Number one.
But yeah, that Swiss uppercut thing, whatever you want to call it.
But when he did it on Langston, all of a sudden it carried way more depth because, like, Langston's
that fucker
almost
is.
300, right?
Cesaro's strong as shit, bro. You trust me. Yeah,
Like,
I've seen him do a lot of shit.
Well,
Like, not on
they
WWE.
say pound for pound, he's he can't bench more than Mark Henry, but if you divide it by his weight, he can.
Yeah,
Right?
like it's like that pound for pound, yeah.
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 And the other thing, almost on topic, but I'm going to say it anyway, listening to that Zeb Coulter interview, you remember when he slapped Swagger?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's part of the gimmick. It's like, no, he was just
He
like, wake
slapped
the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we had words about that in the back after. And
Yeah.
it's perfect because Swagger had a good finish to that match. They got to do it again sometime, I think.
I definitely love fucking Dutch or Zeb. Like he knows the business. He's been in it a long time. Like Austin said, he's the one that gave Steve Austin his name. That
Yeah,
anyway.
I love that.
That's how long he's
story.
been around. Yeah. But so I've been listening to all the podcasts. Tonight you got JR's podcast on Wednesday. Then Chris Jericho has one. WWE's like, oh, nah, fuck this. We got to get into podcast business, too. So
Yep.
they got their WWE WrestleMania podcast now.
Well, even they
Yeah,
were
it's like
even
all
like
podcasts. One.
pumping, right? They were like, check out the John Cena interview on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. It's like, and
Yeah, I haven't listened to that one yet. 'Cause I was doing
No, I haven't listened to that one yet either.
I was doing
but-
the Unleashed episode first. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got one with Big Show too.
Yeah. But so he
Big
interviewed
Show-
a couple guys that day when he was over there on Raw or in the backstage of Raw. So you got Stone Cold backstage, and you don't even like write him in to do nothing. But then again, he probably didn't want to. You never know.
All right,
Yeah,
so
well,
I got a question for you guys real quick.
No.
Okay.
What got you guys into wrestling? Like, who was
Mom
that-
told me I wasn't allowed to watch it.
that one figure that,
My dad.
no, the wrestling
Wrestling.
I know.
Oh, Stone Cold.
that got you hooked from, like, day one.
Stone Cold.
Dude, I was hooked from what I remember, and honestly, it's probably Hogan because like Dad always watched shit with me. We always watched videotapes, and I remember going to like the hometown video or whatever it was, and renting like WrestleMania 3 on VHS, like shit
Yeah.
like that. But as far as like the Attitude Era and shit like that, growing up, like when I can actually remember everything, like yeah, like Stone Cold definitely is a major in there.
Stone Cold worked because, you know, we were the skids at school. You know, we listened to heavy metal and dressed weird, and then there were all these fucking preppies with their expensive Tommy Hilfiger shirts. So I bought into The Rock versus Stone Cold so
I was
hard.
in neither of them groups.
Yeah, but like that's the way it was for us, right? And
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you know, we weren't the jocks, we were the skids, we were the smokers, right?
Yeah.
You know,
The boys
leather
were-
jackets,
Hogan.
ripped jeans. Hogan?
Yeah, for me it was Hogan.
Like, so probably Hogan,
The first wrestling that I can remember watching is my dad brought home a copy of WrestleMania 3 that one of his coworkers had gotten off satellite and taped it.
2 VHS tapes, man.
Yep.
That's how long that
No,
The
that one. It was
Betamax
one
and the
VHS.
fucking VCR.
Oh, I remember the one I
yeah.
remember renting definitely was it had 2 VHS tapes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, this one was copied right from the live pay-per-view feed.
Alright.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when you had to call in a phone number to fucking watch that shit.
Yep.
And you had to have the right cable box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on the the 8-foot round satellite dish.
Yeah.
Sure, bro.
I don't know, you had to have the right cable box, and it was underneath your rabbit ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably still got
Yeah.
buried him somewhere around here.
Yeah, and there's people watching this going, what the fuck are they talking about?
Shit, dude, okay, I can actually go there and fucking say, I remember before there was actually a cable box.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a pay-per-view, it was you went to the fucking arena to fucking see the shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think, you know, we used to go to Philly a lot. to fucking
I
see
went to
it.
another arena to watch a big screen that was playing that match.
Yeah, like, you know, you went to like,
Yeah.
I remember going to like gymnasiums and shit. Like it wasn't just like, you know, this is before, you know, WWF at that point fucking got like massively huge and fucking, you know, Hulk Hogan and all that stuff. And then I can honestly say the one that was the most like influential on me was like George the Animal Steel, just because he fucking ate the turnbuckle and had the fucking blue tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Well,
green.
The
They were
one,
different
Yeah.
colors.
the one
Maybe.
promotion that we had around here, because I lived 3 hours away from Calgary, and I never got to go because I was a kid and Mom wouldn't let me, right? But do you know how many tides Stampede Wrestling came through here? Like, I could have childhood stories of Bret the Hitman Hart and the whole, you know, all of it, but I
You
don't.
could. Yeah,
But I
that's the
don't.
key word. That sucks. That sucks.
My mother failed me. I have latent child seat issues, Mom.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember sitting there watching WrestleMania 3 and then watching, like, Saturday night's main event. You know, all the other wrestling shows that started to come on as I was growing up.
Yeah. See, pretty much like a lot of that shit, I was like way too young to actually remember live. But like I said, I watched a lot of videotapes. And I've pretty much been watching since I was born, just because Dad was in it. So yeah.
Well,
But like
I have
actually
not
started to like
denied
really
my
remember was
child-
the early WWF, like 96, 95. It was like when you really start to vividly remember it,
Yeah.
or for me anyway.
Yeah.
Well, when I started getting into it like week to week, the girl I was dating, that was what she did Monday nights, was she watched wrestling, and I sat down and I said, oh,
And try to get into her pants, huh?
yeah, well, yeah. But I haven't watched this since, like I said, you know, standing next to the TV when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was about, I don't know, 16, whatever. But the first thing I see is, you know, Stone Cold and The Rock arguing, and that's when I was just like, oh, awesome. Like
Two
that was
dudes were so fucking awesome back then.
yeah.
Still
And then she dumped me, and I didn't have that channel. So then I got back out of it, and I moved around a bunch of houses for a few years. And then by the time I went to go put it back on, The Rock was gone, Stone Cold was gone, and there was some fucking wiener called Batista, and, you know, Orton, the legend killer, and I'm like, who the hell are these? No, I'm not watching this shit.
Oh, fuck. God damn. Alright.
Damn
I'll
it,
be
man.
right back.
Wait, so
Right.
have you actually had a chance since then to go back and watch a lot of the Attitude Era then? Or like they're still missing a good bit of it?
I'm missing quite a good bit of it, actually. That was why I was looking most forward to
The
the
network.
WWE Network. Like, I watched on Netflix right now, they got like, you know, like Best of Raw, SmackDown 2011 and 2012, and because I missed 2011. I just kind of happened to turn it on one day, and The Rock was back. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I said, I got right back into it. The family got into it with me, so.
It seems like it's a little hard to find the actual, like, some of them live Monday night broadcasts. But at the same time, they've been promoting the WCW Monday Night Wars show that's going to happen. So maybe they're actually waiting for that to happen before they actually start putting them up on the site.
Yeah.
Well, here's the one thing that I want to see, because I know I saw one cut of the Pipe Bomb promo, right?
Oh, but you can find it on YouTube, man, easily.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube, but anytime you see it through WWE, there's a couple of lines that are cut out.
Probably like Colt Cabana and maybe.
Oh no, they leave in
Colt
Cabana. They leave in I'm breaking down the fourth wall. What they cut out was
Kevin Nash's shit.
At the camera.
No, that was a different time. That was a different time.
Yeah.
But
yeah. When he says he mentions like two things that he's not allowed to do, and he's like, I'm not allowed to do this. They cut that sentence out. They showed him doing it. Yeah. But they cut out the part where he says, "Oh, I'm not supposed to look at the camera." Oh, wow.
They were definitely weird on their censorship. A lot of shit, like a lot of things they censor is because of PG. But so far, the network, like you said, like some things are there, but there are some things that are kind of half-ass censored.
Yeah.
Like, does anybody watch Botchamania?
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Well, like he posted a video on his like channel. He's like, "Well, let's test out the network," and he went to that famous interview where you had Booker T and Mean Gene, and Booker T says, "Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga," and they didn't bleep it. He said it.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. And like I've been seeing blood and everything too. But as far as as far as like stuff like that, like you just said, who knows? Maybe they still will cut that.
The big question everybody had. The big question everybody had was, were they going to show the pay-per-view, and I forget exactly what it was called back in '99 where Owen Hart died.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Over limit. Yeah. Was it over the limit?
No, over the edge. It's over the edge.
Over the edge, yeah.
And yes, they do show the pay-per-view, and before it, they say, tribute to tribute to Owen Hart, who tragically passed, or accidentally passed away. And from what I heard, because of course I wouldn't watch it, but from what I heard, they edited it together, so pretty much if you didn't know that happened, you wouldn't know that happened.
Right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they edited out the part where JR and all them said it,
Yeah.
Well, like...
It's up there, but I haven't actually checked it out, but yeah, it does.
I remember the Raw after that.
That was emotional Raw, very emotional.
Like when you got Mark Henry... this 400-pound monster, and he was like bawling and reading like a poem he wrote or something.
Yeah, he can barely even do that.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of sitting there going like, I can't cry in front of my girlfriend.
Pretty much everybody was bawling, like, and if they wasn't, they was damn near or close to it. They probably did after they got off the interview, because some of you still got to kind of half-ass keep a character. But like people like Jeff Jarrett and Mark Henry, and it was definitely an emotional night.
Well, not just that, but when Jarrett comes out, because it was during
tag
the Nugget
partners.
thing, right?
Yeah, they was like tag team champs all during that shit.
Yeah, and he comes out
at one point.
Owen never was a Nugget, and like they just about tore the roof off that place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got goosebumps, nigga. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, I know, me too,
man. Shit.
But it's funny, too, because even the wife, right?
Yeah.
If she gets emotional during a movie, she gets pissed off. She's like, I can't believe I'm crying over a movie. The first time that something in wrestling brought tears to her eyes, she's like, I'm fucking crying over wrestling. I'm not supposed to fucking cry over wrestling. I'm a fucking girl. I'm like, oh shit.
Storyline. That wasn't even storyline. That's real shit usually.
Well, there was like their storylines can make you like. She's a big sucker for the John Cena Make-A-Wish stuff, eh? And I am too. I mean, like, how do I put it? I'm a big fan of John Cena the person. You know what I mean? John Cena the character, not so much.
I've said that plenty of times. Like, I had no problem with him and what he does outside of everything like that. But as far as him, like, somebody else needs to take his spot. Like, I've always said that. I've always anti-Cena. I'm not like some major internet wrestling mark. Like, oh, he can't wrestle or he can't. No, there's a reason why he's been there on top for 10 years. I just never really. I've always been a person who I've always loved heels, and the reason why I love Triple H and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for what he did outside the ring, Make-A-Wish and all that, hell yeah, fucking right, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, what has he got? He's the guy, like, of all the athletes out there, he's done more Make-A-Wishes than anybody. So I mean that that deserves respect, but it's funny because we bring up Cena, and then I think of the dueling chants, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, and it brings me back to the Wyatt family and Shield match. They honestly did not know who the fuck to cheer for. Like, that was the most awesome dueling chant I've ever heard, because at one point, you could hear "Let's go." Everybody was saying that, and then it'd be noise because half of them were saying Wyatts and the other half were saying Shield. I love shit like that.
Yeah, definitely awesome. I'm enjoying both of them, two teams or groups or whatever you want to call them.
Factions.
Factions. Well, it's not really a faction because it's only 3. Shouldn't a faction be like 5 or more or something? I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Yeah, you would think so.
Definitely enjoying it though.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think Royal Rumble was a real stinker, and I think they're starting to bring it back around. You know what I mean? But at the same time,
they're not giving.
It's a weird industry
at the moment
because it's the industry that can, like, okay, we went to the local show here, right? And Natalia's fighting, so I mean, like, this is damn near hometown girl, right?
Yeah,
so of course she's going to win. Well, Canadian, 3 hours from her hometown, like, this is hometown girl.
And plus, if it's like some local show, she's probably fighting the local person too. So of course she's going to win.
She was fighting the Russian chick.
Oh really? Oh cool.
Yeah, but same time, right? They like announced it was her birthday or some shit, and happy birthday. I think we sung it as a crowd too. And then she lost, and everybody booed, and I'm like, this is one of the only companies that can give people the exact opposite of what they want, get booed, and you're still going to tune in tomorrow to see what happened.
For the most part. But if they keep on,
it's the Call of Duty of sports.
Like, kind of like, go back to Mick Foley, like, kind of like he said, like, we're hoping that all this pays off, but some of the fans might not be there when it pays off just because how many times they keep on holding us off and hold us off for what the majority of us do want.
See, the problem with that statement,
but again, most people, it's the wrestling fans. They keep on coming back. They're emotionally attached. It's the reason why they're fucking,
Not just that, but you know what? Like, okay, let's say they sell out, 10,000 seat show, right? And those 10,000 people are just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to do this. I'm fucking done with this shit. The thing is they could put another 10,000 asses every 18 inches. They will always sell out.
Yeah.
They will always sell tickets. They almost can't do live shows fast enough to sell as many tickets as possible. You know what I mean?
I mean, if I was balling in that money, son, I'm usually broken, fucking whatever. I would go to WrestleMania 30, but that shit's expensive, bro. Even though it's right here, like, in my state. Just get it, like, I wouldn't want horrible seats. I want good seats. And
sometimes it's almost better off just buying the pay-per-view instead of going.
I mean, I do have a pay-per-view. I bought it for $10.
Yeah.
There you go.
Network, son.
Speaking of front row and all that shit, I forget the name of the pay-per-view that was in Detroit, and I might be the only geek that noticed this, but Violent J was in the front row.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no makeup or nothing. He was there with his little kids, and all
of a sudden
I know, but I recognized the tattoo on the arm, and I'm like, I even said, because I never pause pay-per-views, right? Those I watch whatever, and then I'll watch them again, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, pause, rewind. I said, honey, that's Violent J. She's like, holy shit, it is. Because believe it or not, my wife. Oh yeah. My wife's also an Insane Clown Posse fan.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would let her go to the gathering. Why not?
Oh, fuck yeah. And all
So I just found that some news for WWE. Aaron Paul is going to be hosting Monday's WWE.
Oh, yeah, they announced that on the show.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The movie star for Need for Speed or whatever.
Science,
Need for Speed. Need for Speed, the movie. Really?
Well, they got to do something.
Come on now, he's from fucking Breaking Bad as well.
I just said Need for Speed, the movie, though. Come on.
Yeah, we were already talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm still trying to figure out how they're coming up with a movie.
Well, cars goes fast.
I mean, yeah, the Fast and Furious reboot.
I was gonna say the Fast and Furious.
Yeah. But now here's the thing. Next week's Raw, I'm very excited to talk to you guys about that one next week because it's in Chicago, and I got $5. Says Punk ain't gonna be there. And they're expecting him to.
If he shows up anywhere, he shows up to save WrestleMania from some of the shit Matt bookings, the decisions they're doing so far.
Like, JR is bound and determined that that Punk will be at WrestleMania 30, right?
Wait, there's a reason why they never officially announced that he's left. It's because Vince McMahon is trying hard.
Yeah.
That's money. That's money right there.
Yeah. And I don't know if Punk's the guy that you can win over. Like, you know what I mean? He almost seems like this type of guy who's like, yeah, I made my money.
Yeah, bro.
They asked him, they're like, when you retire, what are you going to do? He's like, I don't know, I'm going to fly out to the one coast, buy a car, drive it to the other coast, and drive it into the ocean, just to, you know.
Just watch plenty of interviews with him, like outside the ring interviews with him and stuff like that. He gives off that impression, sort of, too, yeah.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is he's always been Chicago's boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that pay-per-view in Chicago where he came out while the Blackhawks were in the playoffs wearing Blackhawks colors. And, even, like, during the match, he's like, Blackhawks in 5! And then, like, slams the guy. I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, they're gonna fucking riot when he doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope he does, man. Cause you know, but at same like I first said in that one video, like you would hope this, like what Stone Cold said, actually, like most likely it started off as a shoot, but it's gonna turn into a work.
Yeah, it's gonna turn into a work somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, because you think about it, Stone Cold walked out that night. Vince was out there. That
was bad booking decisions, though. They didn't. Yeah. There should have been a lead up, a build up for that match. That's just money being left on the table.
It definitely was. Like, I think Stone Cold was right about the business end of it, but I think Triple H has got a bad taste for Stone Cold because Triple H is the guy
Stone Cold knows he messed up. But business end, he's right, but he knows he messed up.
Yeah. But business-wise, he was right. So you know,
that could have been a big build-up, Brock Lee. If anybody doesn't know, like back then, Stone Cold walked out because they was just going to randomly have him fight Brock on Monday night and have Brock beat him.
Yeah.
And
he also cited
should have been a build-up for that.
You know, with The Rock fighting Hogan, you know, he was sitting there at the time going, "That should have been my match," and so he like got.
Yeah.
And you get too far out there. Like, you get too far out on the road and everything, and too isolated, and it fucks with you. It starts playing tricks with you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, you know, your best friends in the world are obviously out to get you, and it does, man.
Plus, it was supposed to be like Stone Cold and Scott Hall at that WrestleMania. Like, that doesn't really make sense because when Stone Cold was always bigger star than Rock, even though he was right there below him. Yeah, he was always a bigger star, and Hogan, that's Hogan. So yeah, that definitely should have been Hogan and Stone Cold. I can see that.
I saw the one tweet. I forget where it was from, but it kind of just made me sit back and think for a second because everybody says, you know, the big megastars. It went from Hogan to Austin to Cena. And this tweet says, and Rock beat all 3 of them at WrestleMania.
Actually, Austin beat Rock twice at WrestleMania, and then on their way out, Rock won. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the right thing to do when you're leaving the company, usually. Yeah. What was that noise? Somebody in Skype? Did y'all hear that?
Hear what?
That was, I just heard that Skype, can't connect call or sound, like blue. And we're not in a Skype. I was like,
no, I didn't hear
that. Was weird. I thought it was one of y'all.
I didn't hear anything.
Maybe I'm tripping balls again.
It's your cat that's still in the heat.
It's like the cat piss. Huh? Was that one episode of South Park where y'all getting high as shit out there? Cat piss.
My favorite South Park episode. Maybe it's because I'm a smoker. But they had this, like, at the beginning, it was this big, you know, we're cool, we're happy, and we don't smoke, and if you don't smoke, you could be just like us. And then they pan to the kids. They're all wide-eyed. They go outside. And
Yeah,
the kid's
yeah,
like, hand me another cigarette. I think I'm still gay.
I remember that. I've pretty much watched all episodes over the years. That's why I have high hopes for that game. I'm a fan of, like turn-based RPGs and everything. I'm a big fan of South Park, so
Yeah.
hopefully it does well. It comes out like next week on the 4th or something. I already pre-ordered it, so yeah, I got it on Steam.
I think it's going to be a fucking solid game.
Oh yeah, I already pre-ordered, so I'm hoping so. I spent
I don't
60
know.
bones.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Once I heard the term Doom Beta, I stopped listening to other games.
We gotta fucking pre-order Wolfenstein for that, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order. I'm wondering if I could unpre-order Titanfall. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be a good game, but it's not gonna be Doom. No, I'm gonna go play Titanfall.
It's like I hope Titanfall does well, but there's other games that I'd rather see about during this time, like Dark Souls 2 and shit like that. Like I've loved shit like that. Or
Has
South
anybody
Park.
played the new Thief?
No, I have
Anything
not.
about it?
No.
I hope
looks
it does
kinda
well. I have high
interesting.
hopes for everything.
I was
I love
actually thinking
stealth-based
about-
games. I've always loved stealth-based games.
Speaking of Need for Speed, I was actually thinking about picking up Need for Speed Rivals.
I was thinking about it too.
Last one I got was the Hot Pursuit remake or whatever. I got it on Steam. It's not bad.
Because, I don't know, man, I was actually watching a gameplay today, and I'm like, you know what? I like Forza and all, but I don't know.
Grid 2 and Dirt 3, man. Codemaster Racing Games. Codemasters.
I don't
They
know,
also
I-
got their F12 series.
Well, if I could fucking...
If anybody doesn't know who Codemasters is, they was the ones who ported the United States Game Genie.
Yep.
A long time ago.
Well,
Game
if
Genie.
I don't know, I don't really want to keep buying any more games for the 360. You know, that's my whole thing. I'm gonna kind of
Yeah,
start
I haven't
trying
bought
to
one
Oh,
since
which-
Grand Theft Auto.
Which one's the Need for Speed for the one?
Rivals.
Right. Okay, that's the one I think I want to get because I just think it'd be fun to have a series on my channel called Drunk Drivers Against Mad Mothers.
There you go.
I mean, I can't drive drunk in real life anymore. I'm a responsible adult now, which sometimes sucks, sometimes it's cool. But but I can live vicariously through video games.
Oh, bro, ain't that what we all do that?
Dude, I should do that with Need for Speed Underground.
Hey, Bat Smash, I did beat Devil May Cry like a day or two ago, bro.
Nice.
I liked it, I enjoyed it, but it's short for what it is. But again, I got it on like 75% off, so it's all good. But yeah, I beat it. I think it was 9 hours that took me to complete it all.
Yeah, I noticed that because I think I was up to...
I replayed a few of the first missions too.
Yeah, I think I ended up beating the thing like in about 9 hours, and then I went back and started like, you know, fucking with more shit, like trying to get everything fucking unlocked and shit like that.
You hit all the secret doors or whatever and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because my whole thing was like,
man.
it was like, quick, let's just get this shit out of the way, bang, 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 bang.
Well, I want to
I'm
go ahead and
gonna
finish it
block
because I got
Palpatine.
I got so many other games I want to go ahead and try to play, and I like to finish up like Blacklist for South Park comes out too, and I don't think I have too much left in that.
Let's say you're like the king of fucking games.
Now,
dude. I know the,
Have they announced?
Hey man, Steam
anything
sells them so
about-
cheap sometimes.
Yeah. Have they announced anything about the new wrestling game yet? Is there a 2K15 yet?
It is
Said anything?
official. Like they haven't actually said anything, but yeah, it is official. There is one coming. I think they announced that it will be on next gen as well. But as far as actually saying any information about it, no.
Yeah.
But yes, it will be WWE 2K15 or whatever. Somebody asked me what was my wish list for it for my Q&A video, so yeah, I can't talk about that right now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
but I'm
if you
creeping up
want-
on 7,000 subs. People go sub that shit up or
Yeah,
whatever.
man, sub that shit. Also, in other news, I'm about to block Palpatine.
Why? What did he do this time?
did he do something about bacon?
He's no, worse.
No, worse. Doom.
Yeah, he said the new Doom game is supposed to be based on the movie in the game form with The Rock.
Sweet. I'm gonna definitely buy it.
Trumps them all.
I'm gonna block all of you motherfuckers.
The
No,
only
so
cool part
the
about that
Doom
movie was
movie-
the ending first-person sequence.
Yeah, that was cool.
Mhm.
My problem with that
I want
game
more
was
of that.
I looked forward to it. Like, before Doom 3 even came out, I wanted that movie. And then it comes out, and I'm like, this is a Resident Evil remake on Mars that you put the word Doom on.
Yeah, it really had nothing to do with the fucking
Like, I
game
mean,
itself.
the original Doom, you're drilling on Mars, and you opened a Hellgate. They were alien zombie demons. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
genetic experiment. Anyway. I know it's not wrestling. Whatever.
We talking about
No,
fucking
I was
shit, too.
I was reading a thing.
I said we bullshit about whatever too. It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, let's
In
go back to
the
wrestling,
comments
though.
though, it said, "Yeah, The Rock trumps them all."
Yeah, Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I am a big Rock fan. In fact, one of my favorite bits of his, promo-wise.
Anytime he's singing.
Yeah, promo-wise, when all of a sudden, you know, he comes out and he starts talking and Booker T's in the ring, and they hadn't met yet. And he's all like, "You think you could just interrupt me?" Blah, blah. And The Rock, you know, he does that thing, hey, where, you know, he's just like,
What happened?
In the blue hell
Oh,
are
watch the screen.
you? And the wait, what? And the oh, shit.
There's Johnny falls down.
Sorry, don't mind me. Yeah, just unplugged my headphones. Not a big deal. But no, he's easily the king of the one-liners, though.
Mhm.
King of one-liners, king of catchphrase.
I will say this though, like he
Always love
really
his promos.
he had a very terrible transition into the movie industry though.
Yeah.
His shit was terrible.
Walking Tall.
No, you know what? Walking Tall wasn't that bad of a movie though.
No.
It's
I know, but
like-
I wanted to see the second half.
But when he came in and when they did the Scorpion King, and I remember he was making such a big fucking stink about it.
And
then
he's like CGI for a
he
couple
was CGI
seconds.
for part of it.
Yo,
That was the
yeah.
mummy. That wasn't the
Or the-
mummy.
or-
The
yeah.
Scorpion, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was the mummy.
that CGI part, I'm just like, oh, fuck.
And then when they did their own movie, you know, when he finally acted in the fucking movie, you know, it was The Mummy Returns, The Scorpion King, or some bullshit like that. And then when they actually did the movie, the Scorpion King, his acting was very bad. I think the thing that cracked me up though was he fucking knocked out what was that, Timothy Clark Duncan,
Oh, Michael Clark.
or Michael Clark Duncan. He ended up
Big
knocking
Mike.
him. Yeah, he ended up knocking him out in one of the fucking takes. Like he actually fucking headbutted him. It was like, ooh.
You're supposed to be a wrestler, man. What's up with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm an actor. We're not supposed to be doing our own stunts.
Yeah.
And then you got Tooth Fairy.
You know what though? The Tooth
You
Fairy.
know, as a dad,
I didn't watch that.
yeah, as a dad who had to sit and watch that with his kid, I
really
actually
wasn't that
didn't
bad.
hate that movie. I did not hate that
And
movie.
didn't he play like a gay role in what was that other movie?
Get-
Be cool.
Be cool.
Be
Yeah,
cool.
which is like
Yeah.
the
where he
second
was like a
story or
gay
whatever the fuck
cowboy
He
and
was a
trying
gay
to make it as
cowboy.
a pop singer.
Did anybody see that newest one where he's with Mark Wahlberg? He's like a coked up dude or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I haven't
Pain
seen
Game?
that one yet.
Oh
Pain
my
Game.
god, dude. Okay, let me explain to you, dude. That, first of all, that movie is not what you'll ever expect.
Bro, yeah.
And
I've
after
only
seeing
seen a
that-
little bit of it. I've watched a little
Dude,
bit.
I'm telling you, like, it really, you're like, ooh, like, it's based off of true events and shit, and you're like, that's one crazy motherfucker. Like, the dude he
Yeah.
fucking plays, like, at one point, you know, he robs a fucking bank because he needs more money for blow,
Fuck.
right? And
Why
he's-
doesn't he just pawn off his TV like normal people?
And because he's got nothing left. And they're pretty much trying to fucking take money from the rich people, so they're doing this, like, you know, neighborhood watch type fucking shit, and he's all coked out of his fucking mind, and he's literally come from the fucking from the bank heist that he fucking held up, and one of the dye packs like ends up exploding in his fucking face. He's got like green dye on the side of his fucking head, like he's all rocked the fuck out, like, you know, like, you know, coked out of his fucking mind, and like, you know, got roid rage on top of it because he's fucking doing steroids and shit. You're just like, what the fuck, man? And then all of a sudden, he becomes saved. Like, it's just really fucking, like,
I love them people.
I'll put it to you this way. Make sure you do not smoke when you watch it, because you'll be like, I think I'm higher now than I was before.
Devin, man. I do want to finish watching it because a couple shit, like a little bit of shit that I did see, seemed interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's
it's
hard for me to watch movies all the way through nowadays.
dude,
For most
I mean,
movies, anyway.
honestly, I can say, like, if we got done here at 3 o'clock, you would figure from like 3 to 5 I'd watch a movie. Dude, my movie will end at like 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
you know, at one point, like, I get up, you know, walk around, get something to eat, you know, fucking screw around, then go sit back down, and then go watch it. I can't just fucking, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I just don't have the attention span and be like, all right, I'm going to sit here for like 3 hours and watch this movie. No.
I know the feeling, bro. Trust me.
Like, The Wolf of Wall Street, man, fucking took me forever to fucking get through.
I don't know what it is.
It's the Leonardo DiCaprio one where
I want to see that one. Yeah.
it's a fucking great movie, but I'm just like 3 hours, man. I'm gonna be here all fucking day.
Actually, another recent one I really liked was that American Hustle.
That I did not see.
With the guy from The
Bradley
Hangover
Cooper.
and Batman and the chicks from the Hunger Games and
Yeah.
yeah.
Bradley Cooper, Christian Bale.
Yeah. No. Batman.
Ben Affleck? No, I'm joking.
Oh shit. It's fucked up.
Papa tweeted us a clip here. He calls it the best promo ever. It's the one where Stone Cold and The Rock are doing the karaoke.
Yeah, I know it. I know
that was pretty good too.
Yeah. I always got a kick out of his singing segments, or both of them for that matter, because like Stone Cold had a couple of ones like backstage with Vince McMahon with guitar and shit like that. But anytime The Rock was on the mic doing that, blame no LTLive on that, LTWLive on that, blame Canada.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I will get people using this hashtag, damn it. Oh man.
Anything else on Raw we really need to talk about or discuss? Not really. Like, we touched on the main points. All the other kind of half-assed. Well, okay. There you go.
What about
Emma and Summer Rae.
I like Emma.
I still haven't watched Net, so I don't know really where she's coming from. But
well, the thing is like, because they've fought before on NXT, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
That match was worse than anything I've ever seen the two of them do on NXT. Like, I watch NXT and the chicks, they actually, like, it's like, call them up. Your Diva division needs help. And then they call them up to the Big Show, and it's like, never mind, send them back down. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Well, it's all because that one TNA match. I forget what it was. It was like a big deal. It was like a chick match.
The ladder match?
It even made TMZ, man.
It was like, which one, the ladder match or whatever between Gail and them, or
maybe, I don't know. I can't remember because I didn't watch it. But
that's the more recent big ladies match they had over there.
Yeah, but it was like
that was like
funny
a few months
because
back, though.
It was like it was before Divas came out, because all of a sudden right after that, then there were the Divas shows and Divas were involved all the time.
That's a long time ago, dude.
Yeah. Lita making the Hall of Fame. Do we want to talk about the Hall of Fame thing yet?
Nah, Hall of Fame sucks.
Okay.
Actually, no. What's gonna be cool is they're actually gonna be well, that too. Load the spaceship with the rocket fuel. Crazy.
Look into the cockpit, Hulk Hogan.
Hogan.
Okay, I got a question. Worst wrestlers of all time.
Worst?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now we'll go.
Well, what are you saying? No, worst wrestlers, as in wrestling, or worst gimmicks? Like,
worst gimmicks. Like, we'll go worst gimmicks, as in like we'll go WCW, ECW, and then WWE.
I got it. I got it. Worst gimmick of all time.
Hold on, pretty much everything in the WWF around like '96, like all that shit.
Worst gimmick of all time. Shockmaster.
Nah, man, we love him. I'm gonna look him up on the network later, bro.
Yeah.
Like how they actually had some matches with him later, like after that, you know, he's like, yeah. That was fun.
As long as they weren't forcing him to go through a wall that somebody reinforced with a 2x4.
Who they said did that? That was one of the so-called Andersons. I forget. But yeah, I remember that, man. That was horrible. Yeah. He had British Bulldog and them in the background, like, what the hell?
Well, yeah. You know what's funny though, is some of the bad gimmicks, like I hated Goldust for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
and he stuck at it so long that all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
He
you would
wasn't
just
really
sit
a
there
bad
and you would
gimmick,
just
he was just controversial.
yeah, like it was.
He was just annoying.
Yeah, it was
Different.
annoying to me. It was
Yeah.
like when Triple H's, Hunter.
A bad gimmick would be
fucking
like,
hated that guy.
again, like all that old WWF shit from like '96 and shit like that, like
Yeah,
'95,
yeah.
like the Goon or Duke the Dumpster Drozy
Yeah.
and shit like
Papa
that.
Shango.
What about
Um,
Giant Gonzalez and that huge
what's his name?
bodysuit?
Bastion Booger or whatever, or something like that. Yeah,
Giant Gonzalez.
him and Taker, huh?
Oh,
Yeah. It was cool to see. Just like go
Dink
back
and
and watch
Doink
it.
the Clown.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh.
Matt Bourne was the one who originally played him or whatever, and he was pretty fucking psycho, I guess you would say. We see some of his other shit he ever did.
yeah.
He had some good promos and stuff like that.
What
And
else was there? Fucking, was it the
actually,
Hurricane?
he passed away.
Mantaur.
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 Remember Mantaur, yeah. Hey, Hurricane, he got over though.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, everybody liked him. Then I remember, he was like in a World Rumble at one point, and he was doing the choke slam, and he tried to double choke slam him by himself, double choke slam like Kane in the Big Show, or like Kane, like that was funny.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm gonna get him, nah, man.
Oh. Well,
I
then,
found him
like
on
even
Twitter.
You try to pull that on Stone Cold Triple H.
Sorry, I'm laughing at what Palpatine just fucking sent you, Johnny.
the Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, why won't Amazon ship to Canada? Because Canada's too nice for this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, you just play that live on the internet for free. And just watch the couple videos we did. Like that shit was
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
No, I was gonna say.
Yeah, what we played.
That shit's awesome to do. It's just funny as hell. We get more
I
people.
s-
Like Young Jay's been wanting to play, but we just need to get some more people together to do it.
Yo, hit me
yeah.
up anytime, dude.
Yeah.
All
for
right,
sure.
bro.
But I saw this one little comedian blurb there. It's that Craig Ferguson. He's like, Canadians, they're really nice people until you put hockey sticks in their hand. Like, when we send them to war, don't give them guns. Just give them hockey sticks and say, the Taliban have the puck.
No, I wouldn't necessarily call. I'm answering his comment right here. I wouldn't necessarily call Gangrel and the Brood like a fucking horrible gimmick. I love the Brood. If you watch
I did
my
like
wrestling
it too.
entrances,
Yeah,
my
I
number one
like the
entrance on my
Brood.
first video was the Brood with Gangrel.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that wasn't a bad gimmick.
No,
I love that shit.
But
Spike
now that
Dudley was
Christian's
a
on
Man,
his own,
I'm following Gangrel on Twitter.
Big Dick Dudley.
Big dick.
Yeah.
yeah.
But he
Yeah.
wasn't really necessarily a wrestler though. He had a couple like matches, but he mainly just beat a bodyguard outside who would do like
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge choke slam or something.
yeah. No,
Big Dick Dudley, sign guy Dudley. He had so many Dudleys.
There were so many fucking Dudleys.
And
in that.
only one black one. Mama
Yeah.
got frisky that night. Yeah, they
What
were
about,
at Heatwave. They took on PG-13. If y'all remember who that was.
Yep.
Yeah, they took on them at Heatwave.
No,
Or one, I don't think it was Heatwave. This is the other pay-per-view I was watching.
Yeah.
Cause
No,
I was
going
two
back
WCW
to bad
pay-per-views earlier.
gimmicks.
What?
Going back to bad gimmicks. What about WCW's attempt to do like live action Mortal Kombat?
Glacier?
You know,
Oh, dude, I love Glacier.
Nah, hey,
I know he might.
yeah.
He might. I know. I still love him. Main reason why I loved
Yeah.
him is because of the WCW NWO World Tour game. He was a secret character in that game. Like
Yeah.
once you unlock or
Glacier.
whatever,
Oh,
and he would hit
God.
people with a super kick. So yeah, I was playing him within that game.
Yeah, I mean, you had Glacier, you had Wrath.
I think the first time I ever saw Glacier was when fucking Goldberg ended up destroying him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Goldberg and bad gimmicks, that little fucker
Gilbert?
Gilbert thing they had.
Gilbert,
It's just
oh
like,
my
fuck
God.
off. It's not even funny. Just
He was like the
Fuck
light
off.
heavyweight champion of WWF.
yeah.
So what the hell?
What about Eugene?
Oh, fucking Eugene.
That was just wrong.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was.
But I wouldn't necessarily call it a bad gimmick
Yeah,
because he kind of got over too.
yeah.
Yeah.
When he did the musical chairs thing, when he was the fucking GM, and you can see it, everybody's just like, what was it? It was Stacy Keibler, I think, started walking around the chairs, and everybody else is standing there.
Hancock.
Yeah. And then King was following her, right? And then those two sat down.
Of course,
and then
King's
everybody's
following
just
her.
kind of staring at each other. And out of nowhere, all these big motherfucking wrestlers all dive for a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, you know the one I miss? I don't know. I thought it was a good gimmick. I had fun with it, but the one I miss is evil. Indeed. The little fucking Japanese guys.
Yeah, that was
that
yeah.
they dubbed when they would stand on the mic. They dubbed them.
Funaki was the other one, the one who
Funaki,
actually,
yeah.
yeah, it was Funaki and they called him Tai and Kai or some shit like that. I forgot.
Yeah.
This was,
It was,
Yeah.
Funaki,
was it?
Funaki and Tanaka Michinoku or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah, Taco Michinoku,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Funaki.
Funaki.
That was one of those ones. The first time I saw it, I'm like, they're dumb. This is stupid.
Oh, no,
And
they
then
want to do
the
that.
next time I saw it, it was hilarious.
You had
What about
Laparca
the-
had like a gimmick like that over in WCW at one point, like later on in WCW years, when somebody would kind of talk like gangster for him when he would
Yeah.
just like do nothing on the mic or whatever. I remember that.
How about the oddities?
I loved him just because of the pop. Like, you know, that was on one of my best entrance videos just because of the pop. Like, that was awesome shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as actually like wrestling and stuff, maybe not. But then again, like ICP
Yeah.
was like pretty much put in that role to look like a bad wrestler.
And if you've seen anything else where they wrestled, they know what they're doing.
They've
You
been
know?
doing it for a long time.
Yeah. They were doing sold out gymnasiums, same thing, right? You know?
Who the fuck was
Yeah.
that? Oh, god damn it. In ECW, where they would have them fucking throw all the chairs in the fucking ring.
Bro, the fucking that started off with like Terry Funk and them, didn't it?
No, it wasn't Terry. No, I mean literally like the one fucking match. They had the whole ECW arena throwing fucking chairs in the
Or
fucking.
was that
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Public Enemy?
Yeah, Public Enemy. Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah. And then it happened to Terry Funk too at one point. or
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
right?
I remember the
It's
Terry,
like, quit throwing the goddamn chairs. That shit.
Yeah. the Terry Funk interview. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a moonsault on you. Well, Terry, you're like 40. That's a bad idea. It's okay. I'm gonna cover you with a bunch of chairs first. Oh, okay. Like, you gotta. I want to just like sit there back in the Attitude Era, backstage when they're coming up with these ideas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when Mick
I
says,
always loved him.
I think you should throw me off the cage. That would be good.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I pretty much just stand back there like, we're going to start the match on top of the cage. Like,
Or how about Terry Funk and Mick Foley talking the New Age Outlaws? You know what would be really good? We climb
Put us in this dumpster.
And you push it off the stage.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll fill it up with that moving popcorn so it won't hurt.
Then they had that dumpster. They had that dumpster match, and like they like power bombed him, Terry into the dumpster, or whatever. And he had that huge bruise. Like I think it was like half his back or some shit. Like it was huge.
Oh, yeah.
He hit something in that dumpster. I hit the dumpster. I forget exactly what it was, but yeah. Again, another like one of my like matches that I love was when him and Mick Foley actually went at it on Raw. Like he came out as Mick Foley and it was him versus Terry Funk in like a no DQ match. And Stone Cold was an on special guest commentating or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit. That's some good shit.
Oh, man, there's been so many fun things. Like, I mean, probably my favorite image, right, is just the visual of when Stone Cold's in the sharpshooter with blood all over his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so close to reversing it that you're like, holy fuck, nobody ever reverses the sharpshooter. And then he pulls it in tighter and just, it's like, wow.
Passes out from the blood loss.
Yeah.
But he never tapped out, damn it.
Yeah, never tapped out, never quit. Well, even then when they had that Rock one where Mankind quit, but he was overdubbed.
Yeah.
Right back, I grabbed something to drink.
Yeah.
They took it from like the promo he cut during the day or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was a storyline.
Although
That was a vicious match too, yeah.
I got to admit, the one Triple H line that was just hilarious to me is when him and Stephanie were arguing, and she was like, because the game's not, that big, right? And he gets out there and he's like, maybe it's not. Oh, how did he say it?
He says something like it's not something about even like a 747 looks
Yeah,
small in
looks
the Grand
small flying in the
Canyon.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before
God,
that he
I
said
know,
something
we're
about a
way too
football
much.
field, and oh man, yeah. Well, and you know, all these little moments that were my favorite that I remember and all this shit, they're not the ones that make the best of or the 100 best moments or anything like that.
Of course not.
But they're just the dumbest
yeah.
little fucking things.
Yeah.
And I could sit there and watch every single What promo in a row. You know?
There's some people who like hate that.
Yeah. I
Because
don't like them doing it
The
now.
fans, some of the fans just didn't know when to do it at the right time.
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
They were ruining
But it-
other people's promos.
Yeah, but it was great when he's just like their the asshole chant, eh? They would chant that for Vince McMahon. He's like, Stone Cold's like, I can't hear you over these people calling you a lousy asshole. What?
Yeah.
Speaking of chants, this was my favorite. Back to Elimination Chamber. We go full circle here.
Yeah.
When Orton ran into the pod, right, and the whole crowd starts chanting pussy, I just fucking howled. Pussy! Pussy! And then the look on Sheamus's face when he's like, wait, the glass breaks.
It's like you knew he was going to do that. So like,
Yeah,
as soon as he was
yeah,
over there on
they-
the glass, like he's going to do the road kicker.
Yeah.
What's really funny is they're all calling him a pussy. He turns around, he looks, he's like,
He gives him that look.
Just call me a pussy.
Yeah.
It definitely was a good match, but it wasn't the ending everybody wanted.
No.
They should at least give him the title last night and fuck him over tonight. At least.
Yeah.
Give him a taste.
Well, no,
Another little
then,
taste.
then you wouldn't have had my
The
favorite
fans'
moment
taste.
from tonight. Fight me right now!
Yeah. I still love Triple H's response. He's like, yeah, me and you at WrestleMania.
You?
You're not
I'm
about
gonna
to
come
care.
back in the ring for you.
Yeah.
I like that they're playing the whole not an A player gimmick again, though.
The what?
Where he's like, you know, yeah, you're a good little worker, but you're not really an A star. You know what I mean? Like
that, like when he beat, if you beat Randy Orton, we might think about you being the face.
Might, yeah. Although Orton, I thought, dealt well with the crowd when they're all like booing him and shit, and he's in the middle of the Elimination Chamber, and they're all just, you know, chanting whatever, I can't remember. And all of a sudden, he just looks around and he's just like, shh, does this little thing with his arms in the air. I thought it was funny because it shut the crowd up. I'm like,
Hey,
whoops.
you're gonna deal good with the crowd, then what about at WrestleMania when you're getting booed out the fucking?
Oh, I know.
stadium?
Why didn't he do it then? Like, oh. Yeah,
Dumb.
no,
Dumb shit.
yeah. Well, even like, and then, you know, it's like, oh, we're going to have a rematch tonight, and it's like Orton versus Cena again.
Even though that was one of their better matches, better than the paper.
It was one of their better ones, but at the same time, it was like the meme I saw, right? If you stopped watching wrestling in 2008, you haven't missed anything.
Bro.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But
That's kind of when
Stone-
I stopped for a little while.
Yeah, well, Stone Cold made a good point on his podcast when he was talking about Cena, right? Where he's like, you know, Cena's not just going to sit there and be like, you know, sorry, guys, I don't want to be number one anymore.
Nah, somebody else has got to come up and take
You know,
that shit.
yeah, somebody's got to, you know, be the next guy, right? Maybe it's Roman Reigns, maybe it's Wyatt, I don't know.
Cesaro, who knows?
You know, maybe it is Daniel Bryan, but see, I don't know. They've always kind of gone for that, you know, classic bodybuilder look in a way. But
Yeah.
Stone Cold fucked everything up by, like, purposefully having a beer gut. Like, you know what I mean?
Indiana Hill, who was a face, like,
Yeah.
he fucked that up too. But not really fucked up. That was cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a good enough heel, eventually you have to go face because they'll start liking you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that,
Even though he
you
went
know,
face, he was still like he still had his heel mentalities, I guess you would say.
yeah.
But at that time, that's
Oh.
when he started against Vince, and Vince was the heel.
Oh.
But-
Oh, fuck Canada, they say. Apple TV has removed the WWE Network in Canada regardless of whether you bought it or not.
Well, y'all are not supposed to have it.
Oh, I know. It's like I'm buying 1 month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, you can't buy
I can't-
1 month. It's
What?
$10 a month with a 6-month commitment.
What is it if you just want 1 month?
You can't. There's a 6-month
can't.
commitment. They're going to charge you for 6 months. No, they're going to charge you each month only, 1 month at a time. But they're
you
still going
have
to
to
charge
commit.
you. Yeah, there's a
Okay.
commitment. But it's still $10 a month or whatever. Like, you're still only going to get billed that amount of money for that month.
Well,
but it
you
still
know what,
says with a 6-month commitment.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go for it anyway.
And it gives you a chance to auto-renew when your 6 months ends. And I said no just because I want
No,
to see
no, we're gonna turn
see how
that
this...
off till I know if the fucking thing works, right?
Yeah. Actually, if you actually it said if you do a 1 week free trial, if you actually cancel your subscription before the 1 week free trial, they won't bill you for that first month.
Oh.
But if you stay on until next Monday, you will get billed for that first month. But you will have 1 week.
They got another tweet here I retweeted that they've heard from others that Apple is refunding immediately once you alert them. So if any of the listeners out there,
They just want to know who stole it so they can end your termination forever.
True. Yeah, if you have been watching my tweets and bought it on Apple TV, let Apple know. They'll give you your money back. I guarantee it. And if they don't, sucks to be you.
I see Bat Smasher slowly falling asleep. Yeah, mate, that's where he went just out of bed.
Yeah.
Honestly, like he's not watching it like we do now Mondays. He's more into the shit from the past.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we're sitting here
he
talking
hasn't-
about like current stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the main reason I feel bad. I'd love to be on the Monday show, or the Monday Massacre, but it's.
So sometimes that's why I'm not there
Yeah.
every Mondays because I do want to
Mhm.
watch wrestling. I do want to make videos and talk about wrestling. Even though I can watch it, I can't hear what's going on. So it's like
Well,
kinda need to do
my
that
thing
too.
is that I watch it with the wife and the kid if she's here, right?
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, no,
Yeah.
But
And
I
now-
skipped
now with
SmackDown.
this shit going, yeah, definitely gotta.
Yeah, I skipped SmackDown because honestly, I read the spoilers, and if there's something that sounds interesting, I'll tune in.
Yeah, I've been skipping it for a long time. Like I said, I usually just do like the WWE on YouTube channel, whatever, if I really want to know what happened.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Raw.
Or sometimes I'll be sitting home at a Saturday afternoon and I'll watch the replay of Raw and SmackDown just because there's nothing else on TV and I don't feel like doing anything else.
Look, I'll find something on the internet or something to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to go watch.
It's hard enough to watch 3 hours of
Gamehead.
Raw. Bro, yeah, we're gonna be ending this soon because we already over the 2 hour mark. Figure once Reverend actually sits back in, we can do the official end. Or we can end it without him, just stay in the
Well, what,
stay in the
what do you
hangout till he
guys
comes
think
back.
in the comments there? You want us to keep going, or are you sick of us?
It's like Palpatine's probably the only one.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
we're
they're
gonna get,
probably
like-
going there.
Yeah,
we're
the
gonna
watchers
get
have been
so-
going up and down the whole time. Like, you get some in, some leave, some come back, some leave from the watching down thing. It's all good. Like, so we're doing this for fun and for us to hang out. And if people watch it afterwards, like, that's all the plus.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
more people will watch it once and stuff. Like he said, most like a lot of times too, because a lot of people are not gonna, especially after watching Raw for 3 hours. Not many people I think want to sit in for another 2 hour podcast about Raw.
Yeah. Maybe not
Just
right
happen-
away though, but
Yeah,
I mean,
not right
I
away,
don't know
yeah.
about you, but I'm like first thing I usually do after Raw is okay, go on Bleacher Report. What are they saying about Cena's knee?
I usually just see what everybody's saying on Twitter, and I'm like, yeah, all right. Hear any fucking news stories or whatever to the net say on one of them wrestling sites if need be.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say too though, watching wrestling, the part where you sit there and it's oh, they fucked that move up and they're selling something. You're like, okay, are they selling or did they fuck up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cena's knee today. I mean,
For the most part, they're selling, but yeah.
and every now and then, a guy like Cena could sell something like that. Maybe not everybody else could, But I don't know. Cena's getting old too, though, man. I don't know how much he's going to be able to, stay at the pace that he's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's just like anybody. There's definitely somebody that needs to come over and be the face of the company for a while. He'd still be in there, still be doing things, but come on, man.
Oh yeah,
Enough
he's
is
not ready
enough.
to retire, but I don't know if he's good to keep main eventing everything. You know what I mean?
Of course, there's gonna be plenty of people that disagree with that.
Palpatine fucking called it. I was slowly falling asleep.
Yeah, we saw Raw.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man. I'm like, I gotta fucking wake up.
It's like, don't do a lot of coke in the bathroom.
I'm like, nah, dude. I just ran into the house, splashed cold water on my face, and ran around my living room real quick. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right, I'm
yeah.
awake.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, we're about to go ahead and end this anyway. It's been going on 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
no, you don't want to fucking keep this going for like another 9 hours?
Was it unlimited time, son?
You get up to 8 hours, man.
God
Yeah,
damn.
it used to only be 4.
Yeah, it used to be 4, and then once
Yeah,
we
you
found
used
that
to
out,
go-
we started doing like 5-hour podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. Shit.
Oh, and then sometimes we'll sit there for like another 4 hours after we end it.
Well, you can
Yeah,
actually, yeah,
bullshit.
you can sit in there for as long as you want.
Yeah, like once you
But,
go off air.
Yeah, once you go off air and shit. So,
That same way before the broadcast or whatever.
yep.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll go ahead and end it. We can sit in the chat for a minute or whatever.
All right, sounds like a plan.
But yeah,
Yeah.
all right, people, that was the first episode of LTWLive.
I'll make sure I'm
Freaks
more
and
awake
wrestling
next time.
friends. And then do some coke.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will most likely be back next Monday live. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Hell fucking yeah.
All right, people. Well, as
All
always, hope y'all enjoyed this shit, and we are out this bitch.
That's all, folks.
Later.